live. You are live. Plural, baby. Wowie wee wow. Very exciting. We're here? We live? It said I'm live and now it's not showing a fucking picture for some god or reason. Hang on. Go live. I don't understand. Hang on a minute. Double fucking check here. Oh, what's going on? Oh, what am I fucking doing? I cannot fucking navigate the internet. What is fucking... Oh, we are here? Right, okay. What the fuck? Fucking... The fuck am I there? Okay, we're here. Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I was waiting for. Ah, man, oh man, oh man. We finally return. Gosh fucking darn it, golly gee willikers, Mr. Wilson. Yeah, baby. Welcome everybody. It's a sincere, wonderful pleasure to have you all here again. It's been a hot minute, another week. Apologies for that. I do have a reason this time. I was on holiday. I was away on a little 4-day trip to a beautiful city called Krakow in the beautiful country called Poland. It was a beautiful, wonderful time. I had a great time. It was fucking beautiful city, beautiful people, beautiful culture, beautiful landmarks, beautiful weather even. Man, it was all happening. It was great. Yes. Wonderful time. And that's why I wasn't streaming, because I was away. I was away on Saturday and whatever, what have you. I think Saturday was the day I was coming back, maybe? I can't even remember. No, it might not have been. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Point is, we're finally fucking here again. It's time. Apologies for not being here last week, but we're finally here again for the On Cinema Chill stream here on the Klman channel with me, your boy Klman. It's very, very exciting and epic and sick and lit. Thank you all for tuning in. Why do I feel like my mic is like... probably because I'm not fucking laughing my nuts off yet. That's probably why. I think it's quiet. I feel like it's quieter than it actually is. And this is dusty as fuck as well. Jeez, I need a fucking... Need to get a man in. Anyway, we're here. Finally back from Krakow. Wonderful holiday. Thoroughly needed. Thoroughly enjoyed. And now we're back, baby. God damn. Oh, shit, hang on. I think the music's gonna change to something I don't want to change it to. Whatever. Yeah, it's great. Finally fucking here, man. We're finally here to watch the last season of On Cinema under the Adult Swim umbrella. Which is pretty crazy. Season 11, goddamn, we're actually fucking coming towards the end here. What one is this? On Cinema Chill stream numero 33. Yeah, seems about right. Nuts. Can't believe we're finally here. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, like I say, season 11, the last season of On Cinema at the Cinema under the Adult Swim umbrella before they split off and do things of their own free will. Pretty crazy. We're finally at this point. Entering the new chapter of On Cinema history, really. Again, not too sure what we're gonna fucking do about it in terms of watching the content, but you know. Burn that bridge when we cross it, you know what I'm saying? And it'll all be fine. But, yeah. Pretty cool stuff. I think we're probably just gonna dive into it. There's not much else to say. Video, I've not even fucking looked at the video in a while, man, honestly. I don't know why, in fact I'm just a bit burned out on it. It's just fucking killing me. It's just this fucking... I just want it fucking done, man. I wanted to just look at it and go, finished, but that doesn't happen. I need to fucking actually do it myself, but I will return to it. It's due for the 31st of December, so it's going to get done for then anyway. So don't fret, ladies and gentlemen. You will see content. But for now we're here doing this, which is great. Wonderful stuff. But yes, before we continue, of course, Perspective, video essay, documentary series I do, talk about interesting instances of creative development, link down below to watch those videos, and my Streamlabs tipping page is down below also if you want to throw some pennies my way to buy more TCH, Tom Cruise Heidecker, Junior Vape Technology. Wonderful. Okay. Let's fucking get into it, brother. Cease the music. let's fucking dive right in. Back to the On Cinema timeline. Yep. Last time that miraculously fixed itself, but not today. But yeah, we are, ladies and gentlemen. Season 11, Episode 1 of On Cinema at the Cinema is the 25th of September 2019. God damn, we're encroaching the present day. Just before COVID fucking came in and dashed our lives and ruined our hopes and dreams. With 2 reviews, oh my god, we're fucking reviewing films. How exciting. It's been a little while. We've got a review. The 2019 film. I believe it's a DreamWorks film, Abominable. No fucking idea. Never seen it. Don't think anyone fucking... Does anyone remember this? I don't. And a review of Judy, which of course is about Judy Garland. So I imagine that Greg Turkington has a lot of great things to say about it. I'm sure he's excited to talk about it. We're back in the old scenery. We've not been here. Oh, excuse me. Zach Bonfanny, they're streaming to see you, buddy. Have you checked out Tim and Eric Night Live? What is Tim and Eric? I fucking know what that is. Is that like the... Fuck, man. I don't know if I have. I might have. I've probably seen clips of it, Zach. I'm not entirely sure if I have. Is that the one where it's like a talk show kind of thing and there's Tim and Eric hosting it? It's like a very early thing that they did, right? Am I tripping? If so, I've seen clips of it, but I've probably not watched the whole thing. Totally unaware it existed. Part 10. Hang on a minute. I'm curious now. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've not watched every episode of it, but I've watched some. Yeah, I've watched a good bit of it. Proto on cinema. Yeah. Yeah, it kinda gives you that kind of vibe. I remember it's kinda feels like a bit Oscar specially, I think, with this kind of vibe going on here. I have seen some episodes of it. I've not watched the whole thing. That fucking whatchamacallit? Show. There he is. It's thingy. Can't remember his name. That comedy actor who was really horrible to his girlfriend that one time. Anyway, yeah, I'm familiar with Tim and Eric Night Live. I've only seen some episodes of it, I guess, but I've watched it. Pretty funny, as is most Tim and Eric content. Part 10 is a gem. I need to watch some of it at some point, I suppose. But we're going to dive in now, ladies and gentlemen. We're finally here. I'm very excited to watch some good old-fashioned film expertise. It's been a while since we've seen some good old-fashioned film expertise. Nice holiday in Krakow. It's time for some film knowledge, man. I've been fucking waiting for it. The anticipation is killing me. Let's get into it. Here we go. Oh shit, I need to turn up my ears, don't I? But yeah, it's a very exciting series. 11 kind of goes back to the roots. Thanks, Windows. Kind of goes back to the way it used to be. For the early seasons, got the classic cinema setting again. We got the classic intro with the music and the curtains. Obviously, after season X and the past few series actually have lost all this kind of stuff. So it's nice that we're back again. The good old fashioned stuff. Very exciting. Let's go.
On Cinema is back.
It's back.
I love
this movie.
Movies.
Not seen him in a while either.
Financial
Movies, money, financial investment.
investments. Right on set.
Right on set.
It's On Cinema at the Cinema, Season 11. Your host, me, Tim Hyde.
Me, Tim Hyde.
President and CEO
Rip.
of On Cinema Productions.
This is the money season, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. Looking smug.
Bye, everybody. Shut up.
It's movie
Shut
time.
up. I'm gonna get to you in a minute.
Yeah.
My
It's
name
movie
is
time,
Tim
everybody.
Heidecker, and I am back in the driver's seat on
What?
Cinema
Why is his fucking tie is so fucking long?
at the cinema, back the
Holy
way
shit.
it belongs. I've got a lot to get to today.
Yeah,
to
we've
fill
got a
you in
lot to
on.
talk about
We-
here.
A lot of movies to review.
A lot of movies
and
as
I'm
well.
gonna introduce my guest in a second, Greg Turkington from the VFA.
Hey, guys.
Hey guys,
I have to tell you this.
there he
has
is, the
been
creative director for the Victorville Film Archives.
a long road.
Yeah,
It's
a
been
lot's
road.
happened the past couple. We had a week absence there. Basically, well, I think Tim Heidecker's kind of seized on cinema and all media related to it under the Tim Heidecker umbrella, away from the Delgado rats. So it's very exciting. Glad to see him where he belongs.
That you,
know what I'm
guys
saying?
have been by my side throughout. It's a long story. I'll get into it, but the brief headline, the sort of main event is
Abominable.
Abominable.
so-
This movie that we're going to review.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna take you
okay.
back a
Wait.
few months.
Slow down.
You know,
A few months.
this on cinema.
This is where
that I built.
Tim
over many
starts
years,
channeling his fucking
was robbed
Turn up
from
a bit
me,
more.
was taken from me
It
against
starts
my will
channeling his
by
fucking,
the Delgado family and the
Donald
Delgado
Trump
Media
aesthetic
Holding, whatever
in
the
this
company was
series.
called. And I lost that battle. I
Sure
didn't lose
did.
the war. The Delgados
There they are.
obtained
Delgado
this
rat
on
holdings.
cinema property, and they put this guy
My
in
favorite
charge.
season right
and,
there.
and nothing happens. There's zero growth. Greg could not produce any content.
They wouldn't
and,
give me any studio time or money or anything to
Well,
do
what do you think? Things are just given to you? You have to work for them. You have to present your case. So I analyzed the situation.
What
My
does that
business
mean?
team and I, we analyzed
your
the company
case.
from outside. First time I was really able to do that is look at the company from the outside
Yeah, 'cause you're
perspective.
not
And I
inside it.
saw
I
a
get it,
company,
I get
the
it.
Delgado
It's
company,
money talk
that
right there.
was, I felt that they were ready to get rid of this property because of the inaction that this guy took. He
The
did not make
inaction.
any moves. You didn't see it on cinema.
I
at the
was
cinema
doing
with
Popcorn
Greg.
Classics on Twitter every day.
How's that
looking on
generating
movies,
interest?
shooting my
Really?
outside segments.
Quiet.
I have a
Quiet.
new outside
Quiet.
segment called Classic Movie Time that I
Ooh,
shot. That I have
classic
about
movie
10
time,
episodes
everybody.
that we're going to see this season.
I'll get to that in a second. But here it is, folks.
How exciting.
This is it.
More
This is the
segments, I
big
love that.
deal we made. This is the deal, the transfer of On Cinema back to its rightful owner, myself.
Oh, man, look at all
this
the
Bruce
little
Delgado.
stickers and shit. He's
And
making
this
this
is it's something I worked really hard on. But everything I worked for all these years is now
of sale,
mine.
everybody. He's bought it.
What once was mine is now mine again.
Fuck yeah.
And so I think it's a great day for everybody watching. And, you know, there's so much here that
probably
I
a
haven't
great
even
day
gotten
for
into
you.
some of the weeds of this. But we
not read it.
have, first
Hey,
of all,
there's a lot of
a
words.
letter from Greg Turkington disavowing the Delgados,
That's
which is a
important.
big step, and admitting some fault in that. And so you've signed that. And we are on
There's a
our
little bit of
way.
Otherwise, you wouldn't put me on the show.
Yeah, you know.
Well, there are no terms and conditions. It was a blanket agreement, and so I want to thank all my advisors and everybody,
Yeah, who's
and
involved
especially
in
the
this
Delgados
magical
for
thing?
realizing what they had was a rotten apple, and they cut the apple from the tree, and now it's mine, and I'm gonna grow. I'm
come
gonna
on.
bring that apple back to.
Like Tim keeps saying that it's fucking yeah. Like basically Delgados have got something that they don't want here and Tim should have it even though, that's funny. This is really annoying me that it's not working.
life, and we're gonna have
There we
a
go.
whole orchard.
Jesus. Apologies.
And 3 new movies reviewed each week,
Is that right?
which is going to be a
We're
big
gonna-
improvement over
Right,
the
that's
last few
nothing.
years.
Nothing
so-
indicates that here.
You made that
But
up.
that's what you told me.
Yeah.
okay.
And, you know, speaking of independent
Yep.
financing, I want to thank a great company that
Oh,
I got
God.
involved with to make this happen. MoneyZap.com.
MoneyZap.com, everybody.
MoneyZap.com.
You're going to be hearing a lot about MoneyZap.com in this series in particular. Don't know why I keep calling it series. It's a very British thing to say. Season. You're going to be seeing MoneyZap.com a lot in this season. They're really great. Sign up in minutes and they just give you cash. It's fucking a great system. No
Is
questions
a
asked.
quick bank, essentially. They're an online bank.
Online
And I was
bank.
really struggling trying
Bad
to find a way
credit,
to
no
raise
problem.
the capital to purchase back what was mine. And I discovered sort of just late night kind of Googling. You know, I just sort of searched fast cash
There's
now
no
on
infomercial
Google. And that's how
music
it
playing
became
right now.
one of the first things that came up. And you got to check this
One
site
of the
out if you're
first
looking
things
for
that came
fast cash. This site blew me away. I put in some basic information and credit card information and everything like that. And within minutes,
Yeah, just
I
fast cash.
had
Was that
$25,000
So
in
if
my
you
bank.
take a loan from them, you have to do an ad for them too. Let's get to the movies.
No. I'm just giving some
No, no, no.
context here.
Well,
within
you
min-
got the money. We don't care where you got it. Let's just do the movie reviews.
within minutes, I got $25,000 with zero interest.
yeah, well, just
You
doing
know,
an advert
I
for
really
Money's
feel
App,
you're
not
giving
obligated
me
to do so
crap for
whatsoever.
taking time on this, but I really think they deserve some
Nobody
credit
cares
because
about that.
they
I care about
made
MoneyZap.com.
today
I could do some
possible.
capital.
No one else did.
$25,000, no fucking interest at all. That's nuts. Yep.
Get this shot.
Get that shot. Always look at it. He looks like he could cry.
We're back.
We're back. We're back, everybody.
Okay,
Welcome
we're
to
gonna
On Cinema.
get into our movies today, and first
Abominable.
movie we're reviewing is Abominable, directed by
Abominable.
Jill Colton and Todd Wilderman, casted by Chloe Bennett
directors, that's
and
weird.
Eddie Izzard, and Saul Paulson.
Eddie is.
This is a story of a magical Yeti who must return to his family. This is sort of a story of a
It's like very aesthetically pleasing, to be fair.
Snowmen and sort of big, almost like Bigfoot, but in the snow, kind of white hair with snow. And I did notice there was a lot of sort of winter elements to this movie.
There's a lot of winter in this film. I can see it.
Different voices.
It's like Frozen
played
almost.
Throughout, and almost a movie for kids.
Almost.
Not exclusively, but I loved it, and I would give it 5 bags of popcorn.
Years, I feel like.
Yeah, this is kind of a modern take on the old. I guess it's a myth or a legend, and to see what they did with it with today's animation technology is really pretty exciting.
Sure.
Just before seeing this, earlier that afternoon, I was watching the Jetsons movie, which is from about 1990, I think, and it was really interesting to see the vast difference in the animation quality and style. Both movies are great in their own way, but I think Abominable ushers in a new era of modern animation.
All right, well, let's...
I give it 5 bags of popcorn. And we're going to do a little bit of a throwback. I'm going to give it also a little Lucky Rabbit's Foot keychain, which I've given to other movies before, because a rabbit's foot almost looks like a tiny abominable snowman. If you think about it, the white fur and stuff, you could sort of use it to sort of pretend you had a little abominable snowman in your pocket.
All right. Next movie is called Judy, directed by Rupert Golb, starring Renee Z. All right. Zellweger. Z-E-L-L-W-E-G-R. Directed by Rupert Golb, and Michael Gambon and Jesse Buckley. This is the story of Judy Garland after she arrives in London in the winter of 1969. And it's the story of Judy Garland, who is famous for being in a number of movies.
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz. And so we have this was a great biopic, almost sort of like The Doors or a number of other biopics, Ray Charles movies, and these other kinds of Shine, I think was the name of one.
Bohemian Rhapsody that we covered last year.
Right, which Descartes did a terrific version of Bohemian Rhapsody, the song. Judy, this was a great movie. It's sort of one of those, it's my Oscar pick. I think it'll definitely win Oscar Gold. Speaking of Rupert Gold, the director, sort of makes sense that gold begets gold, and that's probably why they put them in charge, put them at the helm. This is a great movie. Makes you think about singing.
Wonder why.
5 bags of popcorn easily. 2 cans of soda.
2 cans?
I got to say, when I was watching this movie, at first I was like, I don't think I want to see a documentary about a concert. That's not really a movie to me. But then when I heard that it was about Judy Garland from The Wizard of Oz, it all sort of clicked to me. And watching it, I think, is in a way to go back in time to The Wizard of Oz. They're there in Kansas, and you wonder what happened next. She got back to Kansas. What was the rest of her life like? Well, what if she became a singer? What if she took the influences of the Tin Man and the Munchkins and all these lovable characters that she met and incorporated them into her future life? So this is kind of seeing Dorothy, I guess, sort of at the end of her life and still singing Over the Rainbow, and that's why I loved it. And I think any Oz heads will also love this movie. I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn because that's our highest rating. And I'm going to throw in 1,700 cups of soda because I love this movie so much.
Okay, those are our movies today. I do want to take a second now and let everybody know that the documentary featuring me, starring me,
about the VFA.
is about, no, not about the VFA, is about my run for district attorney. Mr. America is coming to theaters in October.
October 9th.
It's going to be October 9th. It's going to be a huge movie. We look forward to having the director Josh Lorton on here and like this guy. Director Josh. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, but everyone's raving about it already and saying that it really is a nice piece
look
of
at
work.
the VFA and sort of a time capsule of where the VFA was last year when they filmed.
What do you have planned for us this season?
VFA, that's VFA, that.
we've been working since this movie was shot, since we documented that phase of the VFA. Now we've moved into phase 2, which is the mobile VFA. So we actually have the entire archive now on wheels.
The archive on wheels, man, revolutionary stuff.
And sort of letting the public see what's available to them.
Fucking God. I saw that the Criterion collection are now doing a fucking mobile Criterion thing as well. So it's just crazy how Greg Turkington has been in the front coming up with all these crazy ass ideas that people thought were crazy ass ideas turning into the norm. You know, he's been fucking coming up with this shit well before these experts been doing it. So
in terms of access to the archive.
Well, that sounds very boring. What I want to do right now is end the show, which we're going to do every week, is end it
with a classic movie time, which is my new segment. My new segment.
There's one guy that got me where I am right now, and that is the Creator, Jesus Christ, who's given me the power and the grace and the glory to proceed and do this the right way, which is how I got connected with MoneyZap.com in the first place, through prayer. But now, if you talk, I'll break your finger. So I'm going to encourage everybody, whether you're believers or not non-believers, whoever you are, let's take this moment together and enjoy a moment of silent prayer. Thanks for watching.
Then we'll see my new segment, Classic Movie Time, which is
just shut up and pray. Believe me, you need to.
Believe me, you need to. What are we praying about? Just munching away. Bro's trying to fucking say his Hail Marys and you're rustling. Chomping away over there. How rude. Come on, Greg. If it was not for the Lord Savior Jesus Christ, we would not be watching it on cinema, the cinema season 11 right now.
We're going to do classic movie
time. Just points the lights like, come on, no.
Tim.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Greg. Oh, we're here with the more recent Adult Swim end cards as well. I remember this one. And all that shit. Anyway, let's continue forth into the second episode, everybody. We've got a review of Joker, the Todd Phillips Joker film, the Jongleur movie. I quite like the Jongleur movie. I know some people didn't like the Jongleur movie, some people did like the Jongleur movie. I really liked the Jongleur film a lot. Now that it very obviously is basically just a fucking... Jongleur is basically just Taxi Driver / King of Comedy, but with the Jongleur in it. Do you know what I mean? It's basically the exact same fucking thing, which is really funny to me, hence why like Robert De Niro and all that are in it. But it's a great film. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Quite looking forward to the sequel. I don't think the sequel's going to be as good. Folie à deux. But I liked Jongleur movie. I thought it was a really good film. And we got a review of The Current War, which I believe is about... Oh, I was going to say World War II, but no, it's about people inventing electricity, isn't it? And people trying to get on the top. Humperdinck Bandersnatch in this. Never seen it. Don't know anything about it. Well, it says someone posted it. Friends of Tim, Axiom, Sarah Domingue, Manuel Juicy, Joe Estevez, countless respectable figures in EDM and vape industries. Hank, yeah, we like Hank. Ayaka, is she a friend still? Many respect and Nicole, business partners, many more. Friends of Greg's. Delgado's in it for the money. Dracula doesn't exist. Mark, not talented, can't hold job. Movie stars he hasn't met. Unknown. That's fucking funny. Poor Greg, man. Right, okay, anyway. Here we go. We got a review of these films. Let's go. Oh, MoneyZap saved my ass.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tim Heidecker. I'm the president and CEO of...
What's going on with the fucking picture quality here, eh? Why are we fucking at 420p? Come on, that's much better.
Von Cinema and Dakar.
And Dakar?
I want to talk to you about
CEO of Dakar. All right.
A company called MoneyZap. A company that was there for me when I needed them most. Every small business owner knows that having access to capital is vital to keeping your business in operation. I found that out, and I'm using MoneyZap every single day.
He's been fun. How long has Tim been running several businesses now? What, for like fucking... Well, nearly 10 years, like 8 years or something. Now he just found out the capital you need capital to make your business float. Yeah, okay.
Easy to do. Signed up in seconds. Provided some basic financial information. And almost immediately, I had $25,000 in cash in my account. Just like that.
Just like that.
Money Zap saved my ass.
Saved my
and
ass.
Just might save yours.
Fuck
Thank you,
yeah,
Money
man.
Zap.
We love Money Zap. Thank you for $25,000.
On Cinema's back. We got the money, and we are back bigger and better than ever before. What a great movie.
What a great movie.
Movies.
These are great
Money,
movies.
So much more.
So much more.
It's on Cinema at the Cinema, Season 11. Your host, me, Tim
Me.
Heidecker, President and
CEO.
CEO of On Cinema Productions.
Yeah, at this point in time, Tim's very much going through the businessman phase of his life, you know. Before it was just like trying to sell products and trying to get sponsorships, but now he's taking the bull by the horns. He thinks he knows business. He's basically just all about the money and being a businessman and doing business and making great business and business, right? That's what it's all about here on Cinema Now. Business.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of On Cinema at the Cinema, the only show that takes a hard look at the movies coming out every week and gives you honest, informed reviews.
Critiques.
I want to thank myself basically for putting out the Money Zap
with a big ass tie again.
commercial. This is not something that they
love
paid
his
for
tie,
or even asked for.
Which is why it shouldn't be on the show. What should be on the show
My guest is
Classic
Greg.
Movie Time,
Okay,
which is my new segment, which actually
Yeah, we
deals
wanna
with
see Classic
movies
Movie Time.
and not companies that are completely unrelated to what we're doing here.
Well, I was going to introduce Greg Turkington from the VFA here is with us to review movies.
Hey,
He's
guys.
not here
Hey, guys.
to talk
Look at
about
that
what
fucking-
I should or
why
shouldn't
is he
do
done
with
with
the
the
show.
hair, though?
I did the
He
commercial
straightened it.
for MoneyZap.com because they are one of the main reason you're here. It's the reason I'm here.
Classic Movie Time is the reason the viewers are here,
No,
because they want to
damn.
get
Well
expert
said, though.
information
I
about
don't know who
movies
they
from
side
days
with
gone
here.
by, as well as current movies
They
that are not.
the prime investor in this show. So how do you divorce
If
that?
you borrow money from someone that doesn't make, they've never even heard of the show. Go to their office and ask them. They don't even know what you're talking about.
you know-
This should be about movies, and that's what you promised to me when I agreed
Greg,
to
you
come.
know, a public service announcement that I created for my audience
chill
so that
out,
they
Greg.
understand how Money Zap works.
Money
I'm doing
Zap's
it out of the
important.
goodness of my heart, and I have the
They
right to
didn't
do that
ask
because I am
for
the
it.
CEO and the sole owner of this company, and the only reason you are here is by the grace of God. And that right now, my friend, is
me.
to you. So do your fucking job
your fucking
and
job.
chill
I did.
out on telling me what I should and shouldn't do.
I did my job. I produced a segment called Classic Movie Time, which
Well,
a lot of people are
Right.
excited about.
Everything they
You
talk
didn't
about
air
just
last week.
pops up.
So I did my job.
You did your job.
And you need to do your job and actually watch some of these movies and review them on the show and not run commercials for companies that have
It's
nothing
not
to
a
do with
commercial. You
anything.
call it a commercial again, I'm going to bust you in the lip. Now, you're here because I want to keep you on a short leash. They say the Bible says keep your friends
Enmity.
close, keep your enemies closer. And that
My
is
Bible
great
says
advice.
let's review some movies and
Well, I
stop
think Tim's
talking
found
about
out
There's
again,
plenty of
man.
skeletons in your closet that I could easily reveal, that I have revealed, and I will continue to reveal.
Well, there's
So just
skeletons
play
in
by
the
rules.
closet that you're about to find out, because by taking on the Delgado Holdings Corporation, you
Go on.
also took on quite a bit of debt that they had as well.
Hey,
So
now,
Yeah,
you-
yeah.
first of
Enjoy
all,
that.
You
What's
might
that
know a little
rotten
bit about
apple that we were
movies,
talking
but
about
you
here,
know
ladies
nothing
and
about
gentlemen?
business. And
well, I
let's
was
move
working
on.
It's business.
pretty closely with
move
the
on.
Delgados for you.
Spoken
Chat.
like a true businessman.
You want to talk movies?
I would love to talk movies. That's
All
what I
right, the
said at the
first-
beginning.
I started early. Welcome, boys. Angry at Twitter has been delayed yet. Did I? I started at 9:30 p.m. Oh, I know what you mean. I always have my stream say 10 p.m. That's my half-hour window in case I have to start late. But I usually just start at 9:30 p.m. is usually the time that we start. But welcome, Moz Angry at Twitter has been delayed yet. It's good to see you. How are we doing, fella? Hope we're doing well. Sorry for no stream last week. I was enjoying a lovely holiday in Krakow and I thoroughly fucking enjoyed it. It was much needed, but now we're back for some movie expertise, baby. Enjoy.
Of the day, and that's what you promised
You haven't
that we
missed
would
much
be
story.
doing,
You
and
only
then you
watched the
hit
one
me with this
episode.
Money Zap thing.
Yeah, it's an extra half-hour window that I give myself in case, in case something goes wrong.
All right. Well, our first movie today is.
Oh, brother, I appreciate that, man. I know, I'm sorry, it's kind of annoying. I know it's been 1 week on, 1 week off, 1 week on, 1 week off. I have a reason this time that I was away. Oh, lovely. Hope your parents are doing well, buddy. Hope you got up to some nice parental type activities. Good. Hope they're doing well, wherever they are.
Is The Joker, directed by
The
Todd
Jonkler.
Phillips, cast,
love the
directed,
Jonkler.
starring Robert De Niro as the Joker.
Officer
and,
Balls.
Jacqueline
Jacqueline,
Phoenix,
Joaquin, Wonking,
and
Wonky
Zazie
Phonics.
Beetz.
Wonky Phonics.
This is the story of the Joker from the Batman and Robin show from years ago.
From years ago.
In the
this
movies.
is-
These are
Tim
Romero,
Burton
everybody.
movies.
yeah, well, that was played by of course, Jack Nicholson.
Nicholson.
Now we have
Shining.
Robert De Niro playing him.
That was Jack Nicholson. Now we got Robert De Niro playing him. Yeah, for some reason we all think that Robert De Niro is playing the Jonkler. It's not the Jonkler. It's Jokey Phonics that's playing him.
So a little bit of a different spin on it. Still the same look, same makeup, same kind of almost like a
Jonkler,
clown.
almost like a clown, kind
You
of.
know,
Yeah,
only
almost
missing
like
is
a
the red
clown.
nose. But an interesting movie about how we got to meet the Joker
I love
in
this film,
Gotham
man.
City.
I really like the Jonkler
And another
movie.
great movie from the Marvel gang.
Batman.
The more Ant-Man.
And you know, you almost wish
Everyone
it's
just
one of the few
fucking
times
so
that you're rooting
wrong, man.
against Batman. Because
Yeah, he
usually
was
you're
in this
rooting,
film.
usually he's the hero, but in this case they sort of flip the script a little bit. It's interesting to see, making sort of the Joker a little bit more of a likable character, and that's
Yeah, especially I liked him when he fucking caved that guy's skull in by slamming him into the wall over and over again and traumatizing that poor little person. It's fucking crazy, innit? Me on the telly. I've not watched Jonkler in a long time. I need to watch it again. I really liked it. Yeah, it was good. Really good. I liked Joaquin Phoenix in the role. I'm looking forward to the sequel. Don't think it'll be as good, but I'm looking forward to it.
thanks to Robert De Niro, known for so many great roles. I
Yeah.
give this 5 bags of popcorn. I think Robert is going to win another Academy Award here for his portrayal of the Joker. 5 bags of popcorn
Yeah,
and
quickly, just to... well,
I'm gonna
change the
give it-
bag of
perspective a
popcorn,
little bit
6 bags.
Well, that's
6
not.
bucks, that's not-
You can't do that.
What'd you think?
there. You can't do that.
I think this is fantastic. It's De Niro at his best. I don't think he's made a movie this good in the last 10 years and maybe in the last 15 years.
Jesus.
So I think that De
He
Niro is
plays a
definitely an
very
Oscar
small
pick.
fucking part in this film. You
Never
know?
been better in this role. And Marvel has done it again.
Marvel's
but
done it
I'm
again.
going to give this movie 5
I
bags
look
of
forward
popcorn.
to seeing Joaquin Phoenix
And I'm going
alongside
to throw
Tom
in a
Holland.
little movie ticket.
Have you seen
Not
the
a
fucking film?
memento
Oh, wait,
of
here
a
we
movie
go.
ticket, not a souvenir ticket, but
So
an
you-
actual
Tim
movie
can go and
ticket,
see it.
which I hope is given to you so that you can actually see this movie. Because if you'd seen it, you'd know that Joaquin Phoenix plays the Joker, not Robert De Niro.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's bring
Anyway.
out. All right. There is.
You got
Well, he
caught.
played
Yeah, you know, go on,
a
try.
number of characters.
Not
over
the
years.
Joker.
All right.
All right, anyway.
So I've got a segment coming up. We're going to
Whoops.
close out
Hold
the
on
show
that.
with
We're-
classic
hold on
movie
that. I got a
time.
special guest.
People
Oh,
are
yes?
pointing out.
Okay, but we're going to see classic movie time
After
after
the
this
special
special
guest.
guest.
My fucking
Because people have
God.
been looking forward to this segment. So
Okay. This is
I feel like the next few series really has Greg trying to fight to get his stuff onto the screen. Like every episode so far, I mean, I've only watched 2, but it's him trying to get classic movie time onto the fucking screen. And I feel like the next few seasons, the high network stuff has a lot of that going on, especially like season 12, where Greg's really wanting them to review the new Bond film and that kind of thing. Yeah.
a person
It's a
that's
very
very near
new
and dear to
thing
the
that's
On
happening here.
Cinema family.
I mean, I have before, but it's been
No,
been
Joe couldn't make it
increased
today. I want
very
to
much
welcome
so.
back somebody who's gone through a lot, and he's given so much to us.
Who could it be?
And we're happy to report that he's back on his feet. A friend
Oh,
of the family
bro.
here.
So
He's
Mark
done a lot of
Bruch.
work for us, a great comedian, and a former employee of ours who's had some very difficult and challenging
The
medical
living Oscar himself
problems recently and more.
and more.
Let me welcome him to the stage, and we're going to talk all about it.
Mark
so stay
Porch.
tuned, Mr. Mark Porch.
Porch.
Let me say the name and then come
You
out.
said it. Oh, there he goes.
Mark Porch.
Mark Porch.
Correct? Okay, now you can come out.
Correct.
Good to see you, buddy. How are
Oh, bless.
feeling good?
Just fucking slam
Take
into
a
the
seat. Oh, watch your head.
swan into the fucking boom mic.
How did you get here?
How did you get here? You know, there's no want him to be there. I thought he died in 1975. Boing. He never even died. It's a true tragedy. True story. Check it out.
Mark, I've
Like
asked
his
you the show
outfit.
today. First of all, there's a lot I want to get to, a lot of questions I want to ask you, some serious, heavy stuff. But I want to start things off light. When I spoke with you on the phone, you said you were eager to get back in front of the camera and that you
You're the
want to
one,
get
man.
back into doing your impressions. And you
But
told
you
me
can't.
you've been
You
working on
cannot
some new
keep a good
impressions.
Brooks down. Do you know what I'm saying?
And everybody's a
Can't
big
keep a
fan of the Mark
stooge
Porch
down.
impression.
We love the Mark Porch
So
impression.
let's get into it and quickly because there's other things I want to get to. So you said you've been working very hard on a particular
Why is
person.
Greg
Who
looking
was that
so
person?
awkward, huh? Even
The
waving the guy
Carson
for days
show.
at a time.
Johnny Carson. Okay.
What?
So let's see that now.
Oh, is he doing a Johnny Carson today? That's exciting. Go for it.
Could you do a... Here's Johnny.
What's that?
What's that?
Here's Johnny.
Hi, everybody. We have a really great show for you tonight.
Holy shit.
We have welcome.
All right, let's get to
We have welcome.
the sort of the.
Bro, I was Johnny
Yes,
Carson.
Very good.
That was nuts.
Let's welcome out the star of the TV show Beretta, Robert Blake.
Yes. Thank you, Mark. Approach. That's the beautiful stuff. So, Mark, I'm happy you're doing.
Mark Proksch is doing so well, man. Like, you wouldn't even have thought that he was in a coma, or that he just abruptly woke out from it after being the living Oscar by force. It's great.
Impressions again. They're very entertaining.
Great, man.
I did want to let you know that I've been studying and following your case, your medical issues. We all know what happened to you. Everybody that watches understands that you had a medical incident and that you were
2018,
incapacitated
man.
for a period of time. Do you know how long?
I mean, I know it was from the tank on my head.
Well, let me ask you this: What? Who got you out of the coma? Who snapped you out of it? From your understanding,
Was that Master Sword?
you can be frank with us.
You-
That's right.
Just
Next
wriggling.
question. I
Oh.
know this is not easy. Do you have any records of the Medicaid billings that or checks that were sent to you throughout the time that you were
Greg.
incapacitated? Do you have any way of knowing how long how much money kind of came and went through the process, through the procedures, and through your time under, as they say?
As they say.
I wasn't working or anything.
Yeah, okay.
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 Well, let me assure you,
Thanks for
friend,
that.
because you are a friend, and I am not district attorney, but in a lot
yet.
of ways, I am acting as one for a lot of people. I'm the CEO of a big company on
He's a
cinema,
businessman.
and
On cinema.
another Dakar
cinema.
and everything else. And
Dakar.
I have a lot of power.
DKR.
I have a lot of influence.
Tom Cruise hiding
And
for vapes. He's got a lot of
The
influence.
good news
he basically
is,
owns San
I've been
Bernardino
talking with
County.
John Stodden. Now, if you don't know who that is, you gotta look him up, because this guy is the leading expert on
Media
Medicaid
offline.
fraud.
Get that
And
back
I've
in
told him
Adobe
about your
Premiere.
case, and he's eager to look into it. And I really just want to tell you at this point, first of all, I've always had your interest at heart. And at some point soon, I want to start a dialogue between the three of us and get to the truth and get this
What
stuff
really happened
exposed.
in Greg
Because there's
Parkinson's
a lot
bedroom?
of people that took advantage of you,
No.
and
Oh,
there's been a lot of fraud, actually a lot of abuse. And we're going to find it all. We're going to open
Why
those
is Greg
window
saying that?
shades and get
What
the
does
light
Greg know
in.
that
And
we
light kills all germs, as they say. And we're
Did
going
they
to get
say
to the
that?
bottom of it and get you the money you deserve and
The money's up.
and some, because there's a lot of people who take advantage of you. So thanks for coming on the show, Mark.
Tell me that you were doing this.
Okay.
We're going to be back
think Tim
next week
Tim's
with
only
a couple
friends
of
with
great,
Mark when it suits
exciting
us.
announcements.
Spending all
First, a
that
big
money
exciting
on
announcement
your
about
food,
the company
on your care.
and some restructuring I'm
Look at
doing
that
that
rat
everyone's going
boy
to want to tune in to
whispering
hear the
into his
breaking
ears
news
like
in
the
that
devil.
department. Secondly, we're going to have the great Josh Lorton, director of Mr. America,
There's,
on the
there's
broadcast.
Josh Lorton, everybody. Fun fact. Josh Lorton, that, my friends, is Eric Notar Nicola, who is the director of On Cinema at the Cinema. He's been doing it pretty much since, well, I was a different director in the first series, then the guy left. He's been directing it since the second series, so pretty cool. That's Josh Notar Nicola, everybody. Also known as Josh Lorton in the On Cinema universe. I think this is the only appearance he ever makes as a character. It's just pictures. He's the director of Mr. America. And he was actually the director of Mr. America as well. There we go. See, the lines blur continuously in the world of On Cinema.
To
Checked,
talk
but
about
I
his
was
new
using
movie,
to
Mr.
care for you,
America,
so.
documentary that follows
Oh,
my
fraud.
successful attempt.
Well,
Is
from-
it Eric
it was a
Notar Nicola?
successful
Josh Notar
attempt
Nicola? I can't remember
at
now.
running for district attorney.
But that's
But
what
you
San
had a
Bernardino.
24-hour
Thanks
day.
for joining us today, folks.
Thanks,
Let's end
Tim.
tonight with a
A
moment
prayer.
of prayer.
No, because you had
Thank
20,
the Creator for giving us all the
You
gifts that
had-
He gives us every
Your
single
number is
second.
24-hour day
While
care.
we're praying.
Praying.
24-hour day care.
Hey,
Big slap.
eyes
Hey,
closed.
eyes closed. Bye, Mark. Mark Brooks doesn't know what he's doing. He's concerned. Why is Greg so concerned if he's got nothing to hide? I don't get that.
Just
Come
sit
on,
down and pray.
I'll take you. I'll take you.
Down and pray.
I'll take you back, but next time tell me if you're going to be popping in like that.
What's Tim? Brenton fucking tweaking out, man. Getting high on life there. Took me back to certain season of vaping that we had before. Do we have a trailer for Mr. America? Oh, there we go. Well, watch this, since I thought the trailer was here, but... Okay, so we can't watch the film. We've got the film here. It used to be on YouTube, and now it's not on YouTube anymore. Which is very unfortunate. I don't know where we can find it. But we'll try and watch it one day. But we'll watch the trailer for Mr. America at the very least. I don't think we've watched it. Have we watched it? Maybe we have watched it, I don't know. We'll just play it and we'll see. So yeah, this is the film for Tim Heidecker. There was a whole On Cinema at the Cinema movie based on solely on Tim Heidecker trying to become District Attorney of San Bernardino. Technically, he's not a murderer. Basically, this is his whole vengeance arc after what happened to him and the trial and how he was treated misfairly and all this sort of nonsense. This is him trying to... Because he's a good lawyer, this is why he's doing this, basically.
All the chips are in on this. Everything's on the line financially, emotionally.
So this is basically, yeah, it's a whole documentary film, which it's so fucking crazy to think about that they basically made this whole ass movie on the pirating. No, I don't support pirating. Never ever would I ever support pirating. Never ever ever would I ever. But yeah, it's pretty crazy to think they made a whole ass fucking film based on cinema knowledge, right? It's just fucking crazy to
Tim
me.
Heidecker.
It's Tim Heidecker.
And I think we have a very good chance of winning. I'm running for San Bernardino District Attorney.
Oh, okay.
I'm coming out here.
Is it just
talking
random
to
people that he
voters.
meets as well? I can't remember.
Okay, for DA.
Yes, for
DA.
District Attorney. I've said that 3 times now. You want an outsider.
Oh, did you really
convention
already?
comes up, but
Jesus.
San Bernardino has gotten to be so corrupt. All these numbers, you see that it's just.
Well, have a
up, up,
look
and
into
that's
that
all
and then we'll see if
crime.
we can watch it maybe next week, hopefully. 88-minute runtime? Damn, bro. That's going to get a terrible review.
If you commit a crime on my watch,
Only
you're going to
88
jail.
minutes.
Forever.
Forever.
That's the community we want to create.
In large sections of San Bernardino County, Mr. Heidecker is persona non grata.
There he is.
Right to be here after what you did.
I have permission from First Amendment.
First
He
Amendment
is
said so.
perceived as a murderer who got away with it.
He disobeyed me. It's murder.
He's got such a serious tone, man. I love it.
Convict this individual.
As far as the DA goes, this Rossetti has turned out to be a total rat. I
Total
don't know
rat.
how you find these people, if you elect them or
Did that
not,
Bud
but maybe
Light
they'll
down
have
you?
some competition next time. Hey, Rossetti!
Oh, shit, Rosé the
Vincent
rat.
Rossetti, District Attorney of San Bernardino, is trying to kill me. It's attempted murder happening right here.
I think Tim's running for DA because he just wants to get revenge.
Oh, really? Oh, look who it is. The film master himself. Why is he in this film? That's cool.
I am District Attorney.
It's out there anyway.
What's happening with the GoPro?
It's GoFundMe.
Oh,
I got
look
it
who
set
it
up.
is. We'll see. We'll learn more about her soon. Don't worry.
Most of the time, GoFundMe is for people who are like sick or poor or starving.
Sick.
I really shouldn't technically
Tony
be doing this,
Newman,
but
man.
He's running for district attorney, which is not going to really happen because he's not a lawyer. He doesn't live in San Bernardino.
Hey, Greg, stay on
Oh,
my
he's got
movie.
this classic fucking
Now that the
his
race
winning
is tightening,
fucking
can we put this in
lawsuit
your
suit
window?
on.
We see the rat beginning to cower.
He's hiding in some rat hole. He has to answer for his crimes. Come on.
Oh, I love it. It's just like all the subtle fucking on cinema bits are just sprinkled all throughout it, like empty
Starting to
bottles
feel
and shit
real.
like that.
this is not gonna cut it.
Knowing that only a few steps
Beginning
away
of Tony Newman, everybody. God almighty, you're finally here.
from becoming not only district attorney, but hopefully
Oh,
even
that's-
higher. I hope I have your vote.
Mr. America, everybody. Absolutely. Alright, cool. There's a little trailer there, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going in with another review. Joe on location. That's exciting. Okay, we got a review of Gemini Man, which I don't know anything about it, but I know there's like old man Will Smith and then younger Will Smith is in it. I don't really fucking get it. I don't know anything about it. And the animated Addams Family, which looked kind of neat, I guess. Never watched it. got a line. I don't know if the line was in any of the strips or something. I think the art style was based on the comic strips that they were in, which is interesting. But yeah, I've never watched it. It's pretty cool. We got Joe Estevez here. It's very cool, very exciting. Let's get into it.
On Cinema is back. I've regained control.
Oh look,
and
you got Lanoy Arnold. Is that a real company or what?
I'm gonna take it to the heights we've never seen before. Should I see a movie this weekend?
Ah!
If it's a movie, we're talking about it. It's on
movie.
Cinema at the Cinema, season 11. Your host, me, Tim Heidecker, President and CEO of On Cinema Productions.
President, CEO, and businessman of On Cinema Productions. And we're opening up with a little prayer, it seems. That's exciting.
All right.
All right.
I've decided to begin shows with the silent prayer as well as end them because it gives me the strength to have a great show, and the prayer at the end is now reflective of the
that's beautiful
of the great show we just had.
And if you're going to take,
so let me
if you're going to take
show.
15 seconds
Shut
to
up.
have a silent prayer, I'd like to take 15 seconds to address the elephant in the room from last week.
Go ahead.
Which was that I feel like
didn't have any classic
you
movie
sort
thing?
of sprung on me, putting Mark on the show without having told me that he was going to be here, and then these
all you need to know about Gemini Man is ripped off Decker. See all these goddamn fucking spy thriller films are just ripping off good ideas like Decker. Just get a grip, man. Think of something different already. Fucking stop dipping it in the world of On Cinema for great movie ideas and expertise, because they'll come for you, man. They went for George Lucas. You'll be next if you're not
accusations and things that you're making about his
I didn't use your name once
completely off
yesterday.
base. I just like to say
That's
I welcome you or anyone you have to come in and do an audit of anything
that
having to
fucking
do with Mark's
oversized
care.
tie
The
again?
proof is in the pudding. Mark is well now. He's a productive member of society.
Yes.
I don't know how you think
He's doing a Johnny
he was
Carson
fed
impression.
and cared for over the last year, but you're lucky that
There he
he's
is.
alive, and you're lucky that I was
There
a
he's
good
there.
friend to him and took
popcorn
care of him. And it was very
I
irresponsible,
think John
very
Stoughton will get to the
irresponsible
bottom of all this, so stay tuned for his
spring that
report.
on me when we were supposed to be reviewing movies and not some sort of weird hatchet job.
Well,
when really
weird
turn that
hatchet
hatchet
job.
on yourself next time, because it was your
You've had your
using
15 seconds, by the way,
you
which is a
used-
gracious gift that I've given you.
But rather
So
than
shut
hire
the
a real
lot.
scuba
We're gonna
tank,
review the movies,
he
Fred?
had
What's
a
going on?
we're not
prop
getting
scuba
into-
tank
no,
that was
no,
full
no,
of
no, no,
sawdust.
no, no,
There
we're
was
not
no
getting in
oxygen
that.
in there.
We're not getting
That's
into
why
that.
he was.
Shut the fuck up! I have big breaking business news to report.
I remember Tim Heidecker said something pretty cool about slapping popcorn out of someone's hand is like one of the best things to slap. It was some like a Tim and Eric live thing when they were watching something together. I think it was they were watching Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie, and he pointed that out. He said popcorn is one of the best things to slap on film, which is great, and I agree. Oh, of course, they filmed on location, didn't they? On location. Illinois is sadly not a real place. That's a tragedy, man. If it isn't, everybody, this is my best friend, Decker.
Folks, that's why my guest, Joe Estevez, is here. I'm going to bring it to you, the
Yeah,
news
buddy.
live as it comes
Dundee.
in. This is breaking business news.
Like the only other thing that they mentioned he was in when it comes to that little thing is Dunby.
On Cinema Properties, the investment opportunity that I regained only a
Yes.
few weeks ago.
Investment
We are now
opportunity.
restructuring the
What do you mean
company in a
investment
major
opportunity?
way.
Fucking
I have
owns it.
now created a board of directors. And
true
I
tragedy.
am going to be announcing the board of directors right now. I want
Right now?
to send a shame on
Breaking financial news. Yeah, we're going to get this a lot now. This little news-esque pop-up thing going on.
you out to
On Cinema
Josh
Properties
Lorton,
restructure.
who has not returned my calls, the director of Mr. America. He was supposed to be my
Really?
special guest today. So we had to bump him because he's not gotten back to me. I don't know where he is. He's off the grid. I don't understand it.
He's off
I don't
the
know what's
grid?
happening with that. The big story
Is the new
the-
segment Joe on location that
Joe
we're
on
gonna
location?
debut tonight.
I want to
I
announce
know,
the On Cinema
Decker and Dunby.
board of
that's it.
directors. Every great company has a great board
Oh,
of directors.
business
I
music
think this
explain right
one
now?
is bar none. They're going to help me
On Cinema Properties
focus
board
the
of
company
directors
to
will be
become profitable
bar none.
and,
Just
and
repeat
really
everything
set
you just said
our
already.
course for the next 5-10 years down the road.
That's great.
The announcement will begin immediately.
All right, cool.
First of
Immediately.
all, my CFO, my Chief Financial Officer, Joe Estevez.
Joe Estevez,
Wow.
Mr. Money
Well,
himself.
I'm honored. I'm
Yeah.
honored. Well,
Well,
thank
I've
you.
spoken to you about this on the
Well,
phone.
yeah,
so-
but it wasn't final, you know.
It wasn't final.
Well, all right. I'm
all
glad
right.
it's official.
Obviously, I gotta have my rock solid brothers
Yeah,
of
the
the car
rocks.
on the board. So Axiom and Manuel will be on the board of directors. And to round out
Good
the
on 'em,
board,
man.
my close friend and security advisor, Michael Matthews,
Michael LaRue
who is
Matthews,
better
everybody.
known to Decker heads as LaRue.
Rue, yeah.
LaRue, yeah.
And so this is a strong board. They are, Joe, with your sort of sage advice.
So what we got? Joe Estevez is the chief financial officer. Axiom and Manuel are just board members. They're no real role at all. And then you've got Michael Matthews, who's the what?
Are going to steer this.
Chief operations. Is that what that one is? Chief operational officer or something? Director of security and operate. Well,
They are, Joe, with your sort of sage
Sure.
advice,
Director
are
of
going to steer this
security
ship in the right direction, and we see a lot of growth potential for the
Oh,
company.
they round out
And,
the strong board. Oh,
I see
that's
sunny
Michael.
skies
He
ahead.
rounds
So
Oh,
what's your
absolutely.
financial projection for the next few quarters for On Cinema?
Well, you know, it's all about the financing, and we have to
It's all
talk
about the
to a number
financing.
of
It's all about Mr. Money.
producers and big film companies. But already, you know, I kind of have inroads
It's
in
all
that.
about
And also
financing.
just restructuring the core financials of the
Yeah.
company will be sort of key
Yeah, you
to
should
your
know that. You're the
job.
CFO.
But Joe, I need you to, get in those books, get down into the muck, and come back to me with a financial report.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 All right, so let's get into the movies.
Joe
And the
seems
new
happy
segment that we're debuting tonight, Joe on Location. This is something that I think On Cinema fans
Joe-cation.
and Estevez heads are going to go
Estevez
crazy for.
heads.
We've been working this one
Uh,
up for quite a
that's
while,
me.
so stick around. Let's get a look at it.
All right. Do you want to talk
Yeah,
movies, or we're going
Estevez
to keep
heads
prattling
and
on about
that's a hard
nonsense?
This
one
is
to say.
movies.
Okay,
Estevez
so
heads and
First
Jack
movie we want
nuts.
to talk about coming out this weekend is Gemini Man. Gemini, directed by Ang Lee.
Ang Lee,
Oh,
that
starring
guy.
Will Smith.
From Men in Black.
From.
Mary Wislis.
I think that's the first time we've had a from Greg Turkington and On Cinema. Actually, I think that may be the first one. Maybe some before, I can't remember, but I think that might be, at least in the show.
Mary Winstead is Mary Elizabeth. Mary
Mary is Elizabeth.
Winstead and Clive Owen, two first names there. An over-the-hill hitman faces off against a younger clone
Hey,
of
there
a
you go,
clone of
and yeah, that's
himself.
to come.
And this is
Are they
sort of a
fighting in the fucking
sci-fi
was
stop
that
against
the
a
Paris
younger
catacombs?
clone of a clone
What the fuck are they doing in the Paris catacombs, for God's sake?
of himself. And this is sort of a sci-fi. I kind of call it a spy-fi thriller.
Spy-fi is a
And
good
it's
one.
kind of got a mix of everything. It's got a little horror, a little sci-fi, a little spy-fi,
A little dance
and almost
and
a little bit of
dance.
humor too from Will Smith, who you never know where exactly he's coming from. And I love
never
this
know where
movie.
he's
I give
fucking
it
coming
5 bags
from.
of popcorn. And
After that
I can't wait to see it
slapping,
again. I'm planning
I
on
have no
seeing it
idea.
several more times.
One time for each genre that it covers would be a
Spy,
good way
yeah.
to do it.
Yeah, it's a good
Spy-fi,
one,
that's
eh?
a new
Spy-fi is a
concept
new
that
concept,
Joe,
yeah.
we should talk about how we can
I'll
exploit
I'll make a mental note of that. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, Will Smith's great. Of course, Men in Black has been a popcorn classic on this very show. So
I guess you call Men
we're
in
all
Black
very
a
familiar
spy-fi
with
as
Will
well.
Smith and what he's capable of. I
Basically
think
the
this
same
is his
thing,
best
innit?
performance, if not the best performance of the year by anyone. You've had Bicentennial Man, now you have Gemini
Bicentennial Man.
And may its flag
never seen that, by the way.
wave.
Isn't that the one where Robin Williams plays a fucking robot that looks eerily like him? Like the face and shit?
Forever. This is a great movie, and I do believe there
Bicentennial
will
Man.
be a
Jesus
Gemini Man
Christ.
2, because this is the start of a great franchise. Thank you, Will Smith, and
Thank you, Will
thanks to
Smith.
everyone involved. I mean, the whole clone thing, you had Star Wars Clone Wars, I guess is the ultimate clone movie, but you also had Double Decker.
Clone Wars is the ultimate clone movie? What is he talking about? Star Wars The Clone Wars is the ultimate clone movie? I guess Attack of the Clones is the ultimate clone movie, really. I guess all the prequels are really just the ultimate clone movie, if you think about it. The ultimate clone trilogy, if you will. We had clones in The Phantom Menace, didn't we? Did we? I don't think we did. Did we? I can't even, oh fuck, it's been a long time since I watched it.
Decker, which made a splash in its own way and really kind of
Double Decker.
was plagiarized
Once
from
again.
in the making
Once
of this
again.
movie. Hollywood turns to
Once
Decker.
again, they
Yeah,
dip into that
once
pot.
again.
We've seen
Where we
it
agree.
time and time again.
Unfucking
If
believable.
no one's doing anything about it, Joe, make a mental note that we
If
have to
you put
investigate,
Deck-
put it in the investigations wing of the company. is we got to
investigations
start
wing.
looking into how these Hollywood companies are basically
do they keep doing
pilfering
it?
from our stockade.
Yeah, it's
They get
ridiculous.
hold of the
We're
script. If you
stockade.
put the script side by side, some of the scenes in Double Decker, some of the scenes in this are I got to say, identical.
Right.
So
Well said, Greg.
that's the real Clone War right there. I'm going to give this one
Woo!
4 bags of popcorn.
Yeah, 4 is fair.
Because I feel that they did steal something from Double Decker.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to give it the 5th bag for a
okay.
total 5 bags, but the 5th bag really rightfully goes to you and I as creators of the Decker series.
That's their
Sole
bag.
creator
Yeah,
Tim
there we
Heidecker
go.
of Decker, but I appreciate the consulting you did on it and some of the
That's cute. And I
supervising.
made Greg's
whatever you
estate.
did.
Nonetheless, we'll
popcorn.
split the 5th bag equally.
All right, that's
Yeah, that's one of the things that I love very much. They disagree on literally anything, but if anything involving Tim and Greg together working on something, they'll immediately side with each other on what's going on, which I think is really funny. They've they're very consistent in how they skew with each other. Do you know what I mean? If it's about movies, they'll immediately disagree, but when it comes to Decker, they'll side with each other at all times, unless when it comes to Greg's VHS collection getting destroyed.
fair. The next movie is The Addams Family, directed by Greg Tiemann.
I didn't direct it.
Conrad Vernon, cast by
I did
Shiraz.
direct Decker versus Dracula, but not the Addams Family.
Starring Charlize
Decker versus
Theron,
Dracula and the
Finn
Addams Family are
Wolfhard,
practically the same
Chloe
thing,
Grace Moritz. And this is just the Addams Family cartoon.
It's not just the Addams Family.
Well, it is, and this is lazy Hollywood once again coming back, and have no ideas. They just pilfer through old movies, and
I'd love
almost
to
the
see a
way they
new
did with
live
Decker
action
with
Addams.
the Gemini
Well,
Man.
that's the sign of a successful series. I
They
wouldn't say it's
just
lazy.
have no concepts. It's like going back to the buffet for the 5th time. You know what you're gonna get.
So you wish there had just been one Star Wars, one James Bond,
Well said,
one,
well said.
one of any of these great series.
to a point.
One Decker?
One Jack Reacher? No. I mean,
One
when you have
Decker?
something
But
good,
this isn't a
you
sequel.
want to.
This is a remake, and it's in the worst way because basically all you're doing is they took the original audio from the original Addams Family movie, which is a great
And then they animated
Oscar-winning
over it.
movie, and they just
Imagine
threw over
that
it
was
using
true.
audio.
I don't think that's what they did at
That'd be
all.
amazing.
Essentially, it's what they did.
Imagine someone actually just took audio from a live action film and then did a remade animated version of it. That'd be fucking hilarious.
And
That's so
somebody
fucking funny.
should investigate that. It's another
Because
thing, Joe, if you want
it's
to look into
Joe.
that.
different
They never know.
actors. Raul Julia, I didn't hear him at all.
Joe, make a note, and I don't know why you don't carry a pen and pad with you
I
for this
will
stuff,
next
because
time.
the
Yeah,
ideas
yeah.
are flying out.
Yeah.
And if somebody needs to
Gotta
be,
keep
you
the
got to
ideas
start
inside.
keeping track of some of the plan, because
Absolutely.
I'm getting a
Okay,
little frustrated.
When this
Get a little frustrated. Yeah, I can see that being pretty fucking garbage. Which is a shame because I like the Addams Family. They should have just done a new live action one, really. They've not done one since those directed TV. I can't believe to this day that those Addams Family films were not in the cinema. I don't think so. I know Addams Family Values wasn't. I don't know if the first one was or was not. I don't think so. But it's fucking crazy because, man, they're fucking excellent. I love both of those films very much.
movie was first announced, The Addams Family, the original director was Tim Burton. And I was
Oh,
pretty excited
shit.
about it, and I'm thinking that
Sin
Burton
Simp.
couldn't get Depp. And so rather than make a
There's
Deppless
Johnny Depp.
movie, he followed the petitions and sort of the movement that we started right here on cinema, not to have Burton without Depp.
Yeah,
and he said,
remember.
if I can't have Depp for the Addams Family, I'm not
not gonna
doing
do
it.
it.
That's how you ended up with a director.
Makes sense.
Greg,
that-
two directors, really. Which two directors is basically what you have to do if you can't get Johnny Burton.
So I've had some
Johnny
cross words to
Burton.
say
Yeah,
against
yeah.
Tim Burton for blowing it with a Dumbo movie and not involving Johnny Depp. I take them all back. This time he made the
Well
right
said.
decision. And so
Glad
I
that
tip
you
my
finally
hat to you,
listened. Tip of
Mr.
the hat.
Burton and Mr. Depp, and give it 5 bags of popcorn.
Finally, they listened.
All right,
Greg
so
Tarkington.
now I will quickly let you show the segment you shot with Joe as a favor to Joe.
This is
'cause
one
it
of the
seems
new
like you worked
segments.
very hard on it.
Yeah, this is
okay,
one of the
well,
many.
I'm loyal to my board,
I
and that's something that I think doesn't get talked about enough.
really appreciate this.
Hey,
guys.
well, we
This
just
is a
joined
new
the board
segment Joe and
today,
I have been
for
working up.
fuck's sake.
I have
Doesn't
actually
get
quite a
talked
few
about enough.
segments I've worked up over the last few months in preparation for season 11. This one is a new segment that we're going to see a lot of called Joe on
excited
Location,
for
where
Joe
we
on
go with
Location.
Joe and get sort of the inside scoop on some of these movies that he's
can't really
done
remember how
in
Joe
the
on
actual
Location goes,
locations
we'll
where
find
they
out.
were filmed.
All right, run your
Yeah, I think it is literally just on cinema on location, but Joe Estevez is there as well.
segment and let's get out of this.
Hollywood, California.
Oh.
Every street has a story, and actor Joe Estevez has stories about most of them.
Most of them. Yeah, of course. The entire that's it. You know, this has been a big thing going on since season X. This is how this works now.
Every street has a story, and actor Joe Estevez has stories about most of them.
Most of
On
them.
Cinema presents
What the
Joe
fuck?
on Location.
Joe on location.
Hey guys, we're here at
Hey guys.
Black's Barbecue in Austin, Texas.
Fuck yeah.
The site of 2013's Doonby. Let's let Joe tell the story himself.
This is the scene where the very last scene, Doonby, if you recall, was kind of like Jimmy Stewart's It's a Wonderful Life. And if things had turned out differently, I played this Dr. Reaper, a very successful doctor.
Dr. Reaper.
But if it had turned out differently, in the last scene in the movie, I'm a raging drunk talking to myself.
How many Estevezes can I name? I only know the Sheen. The Sheens, like Michael Sheen and Charlie Sheen. I don't know if I can name any Estevezes, but I know Michael Sheen and I know Charlie Sheen. I don't know any other Estevezes. I'm not a real Estevez head. I'm more of a Sheen freak, I guess you'd call me.
Here in the back of this bar in Terry Black's Barbecue.
Back to you, Tim.
Joe on Location.
Joe on Location. Joe Estevez.
All right, we are
stories
back,
about them.
and interesting stuff, Joe. I always
thank
appreciate
you.
your perspective on everything.
Yeah,
So
thanks,
tonight
Joe.
is the big premiere of Mr. America. Make sure you go check
The
out
VFA movie.
wherever
The
you
VFA
live. Go
movie.
make sure you can get access to this movie. It's a once in a
Looks like a
lifetime
VFA
experience.
movie.
We're gonna go see it tonight separately. I cannot wait to see this movie and revel in its glory. It's going to be a glorious day. Let's thank God.
You might even learn something about the VFA when you watch this.
Let's thank
We're all
God.
proud of you, Tim, really.
I'm proud of you, Joe, and thanks for
Aw,
being on the
good.
board, by the
Fuck
way.
yeah,
We're going to
thanks
have a
for the
board
board.
meeting probably tonight or tomorrow morning. We're finding out the particulars of Axiom's schedule at the moment.
Oh, Emilio
So,
Estevez, yeah.
let's thank God,
Damn,
our
fuck.
Creator, for
Forgot about
giving us.
Emilio
I'm going to
Estevez.
do a vocal
Who
prayer.
was he in the
right now.
Breakfast Club again? Was
No,
he the
usually I
teacher?
do a silent prayer. I want
The
to
mess of
thank
the Bill You Get the
God
Horns
for
guy?
giving us
Oh my God,
Josh
I can
Lorton,
fucking see
wherever
that.
he may be.
I can see that look.
Because he
That's
is our
nuts.
guiding light. He has created this opportunity. Through his lens,
It's gonna flop.
he has
This is the
created
District Attorney
this
movie.
once in a
This is
lifetime
not even just
experience to
cinema, it's
see
important history.
what will be a future five-bagger, a future Oscar winner, Mr. America. Strong,
America.
strong look at my
At the
campaign.
VFA.
Strong, strong, strong.
Strike that, Lord, and know
Strike
that
that, Lord.
we thank you for everything holy, and we thank you for everything good. Amen. And thank
Oh. Is he? Oh, well, shows you how much I know. I just thought he was a teacher because he looked like Joe Estevez.
you guys, and we'll
Amen.
see you next week. Go check out Mr. America tonight everywhere.
All right.
All right.
Do prayers for me. Waste
Very
you
fun.
hard.
Yeah, but you're cutting so much stuff that I've brought in.
The
and
prayers
so
take 30 seconds. And
Well, a lot of my segments
no
are only
offense, Joe,
45
but that
seconds.
shit that you did with Greg, do not want to see that shit on the show.
So it's segment
you
was
know,
things.
it's kind
Just
of
rattling on.
off the top. You know?
It is off
You
the
know.
top. And let's do things that are considered and thoughtful and planned.
if it has to
Prayer
do,
thing. What is with the prayer thing?
It's my
it's just cutting into
my
movie-
guiding light.
movie
Game
reviews.
late.
Okay,
You want to ask him more about it?
More power to you.
Thank you, Joe.
More power to you, man.
When I saw
Oh,
him,
here we go. I forgot about this. Here we go.
it was like I was seeing a ghost.
It's the exact same film. Whoa, what the heck? How did they get away with this?
Like every trigger I've ever pulled.
Bro, how did they take all this
25
shit?
years ago, he took my blood. He made you from me. He's been lying to you the whole time. He told you you were an orphan. And of all the people in the world to come after me, why would he send you?
Those are just like the same film.
Because I'm the best.
Buckheimer, Heidegger.
You are obviously not the best. You're just trying to rattle me. I'm trying to save you! The whole point of this thing was to give you all of Henry's gifts without his pain. I don't want to shoot you! Mind if I shoot you?
Henry, has this ever happened to you before? Your own government trying to kill you?
Nah, that's new.
Everything that we've worked for is at stake. He has to die. It's your darkness. You had to walk through this on your own.
What the?
I
Why have
love
you
you,
got more
Junior.
probes here? Is the fucking...
created.
Wild, man.
This has to be stopped.
You tell me who made you. I'll never tell you, son of a bitch.
I'm
saying double-decker.
Who's the real clone? Hashtag Hollywood. Rips off Decker again. Unbelievable. Emphasize twice. This came first. Evidently, this came first. Yeah, I like that as well. It's funny. Okay, well, Mr. America, we can't watch that here, so we'll just have to cut right to the review of Mr. America, ladies and gentlemen, with On Cinema on Defense. Oh, God. Here we go. Eric Notar-Nicholas film, Mr. America. Of course, starring Tim Heidecker. It's a big deal. It's very much part of On Cinema, of course. And Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, the sequel to that one Angelina Jolie Maleficent film that came out about 1 million years ago. Bob Proctor. Money Zap. Okay. Wow, look at that, yeah. Never seen On Cinema and they really liked it. That's crazy. Goes to show. You can enjoy the world of On Cinema without necessarily understanding everything about it. Alright, okay, here we go.
Hi, I'm Tim Heidecker. On Cinema is back. You're gonna love this movie. Kids movies, animated movies, movies for kids.
Movies for
We've
kids.
got great guests, great conversations, and a few arguments. It's On Cinema at the Cinema, Season 11, with your host, me, Tim Heidecker, President and CEO of On Cinema Productions.
Can't forget about that.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of On Cinema at the Cinema. I'm your host, Tim Heidecker. Sort of a dark day here.
What?
With the On Cinema family.
Thought you went to see
I went to go
Mr.
see
America?
so-called Mr. America.
What is going on with those fucking trousers?
I got to know.
What is going on with this little number of years? Is that fucking busted?
After our broadcast last week. And deeply disappointed, I think would be the first way.
Oh, bro, I agree. Well, you know, it's such a high-ass barrier to entry, but it's so worth it, man. And that's why we made the history of On Cinema a career perspective, which you can watch if you've not seen it yet. A very fascinating video essay documentary about the history of On Cinema and the people involved and all the players. Check it out, link in the description below if you want to watch it.
Way to say it, and Greg's here with me. Greg and I have been talking about this. And,
this is one movie we agree on.
That's the one movie we agree on. Flaunting his manhood, bro. 10,000 the string of the CU fella, bro. He really is. He's showing off that goddamn paunch. You know what I'm saying? That big old lump that's going on down there.
Hit job, and Josh Lorton is, you know, he's up on that high list of rats. I'm talking about rats. We talk about
the rat
B.A.
list.
Rossetti,
it's growing and growing, and as days go on.
Others.
Axiom and Manuel.
No. Nobody's more loyal than them. First of all, let's get it out of the way. Zero bags of popcorn from me for Mr. America, directed by Josh Lorton, starring Tim Heidecker.
Oh, no popcorn?
Greg
whatsoever?
And
That's wild.
Tony Newman. And there isn't much I want to say about this except avoid at all costs. This is so full of mischaracterization, so full of lies, so full of you know. You see in the movie that I specifically tell Josh what he can and can't use. Forget what I signed.
Forget what I signed. Yeah.
There has to be
There's
a level
of
respect towards me that he just blew through.
He shouldn't have used any of that footage that he secretly filmed of you, especially when he had stuff that was
that's completely against the law.
It's against the law, but he had stuff that was totally legal that he filmed at the VFA. Hours and hours of this stuff.
Oh, really?
That was completely legitimate to use, and he didn't use that.
Wow,
instead, he uses the stuff
terrible.
that's illegal.
Well, it's all out of context, and if people could see the
those
raw footage,
trousers are
first of all, they
so
wouldn't see any
fucking high.
VFA footage, because I do know for a fact that he
What
didn't
is
shoot
going
anything
on
in
over
the VFA.
there?
If you could
He
see
shot-
the entire,
you weren't there.
if you
He
could
shot-
get the raw,
he
and
shot
I'm
with
asking
me
Josh,
for a
shut up.
day.
I'm asking Josh Lorton, should he be watching me?
Where is he?
First of all, if I ever see you in the flesh, it's going to be big problems. Okay?
Well, I want to get the footage
But
back and cut my own
second of all,
documentary about the VFA and the work that we're doing. Because he took that footage under false pretenses and he didn't use any of it. You got 1 minute of me talking about the Oh God stuff, but I had a whole hour of that stuff. And he said, oh, this is really good stuff and we're going to use it.
Don't
and
care
then
about
it's,
that.
It's 1 minute.
You can take a break and just catch your breath. Here's my message to Josh
calm down, Greg.
Norton, who I trusted, who I treated as a son and led into my life.
How many people is he treated as a son?
Okay. My message to you, Josh,
his
is
life.
do the right thing, release all the footage, and let America, let the world
Let America see the truth.
The true
Release
story.
the footage.
But you're a coward, aren't you?
You're a coward, aren't
And
you?
I happen to know stuff about you, Josh.
Coward
If you're watching.
and a rat.
I know a lot. And we're going to see how that goes. We're going to see how that develops because I have.
I know that
the
he didn't
keys
know
to the
anything
kingdom.
about the Oh God movies until I educated him about it. He's supposed to
I-
be this director. You should have a background in cinema. You should have taken some courses at least.
I'm gonna bring
to
out-
and I thought, well, this is good. I'm educating
We're
him
all
about
Tim
all this
Heidecker's
classic cinema so
children,
he
really,
can
if
make
we really
classic
think
cinema
about it.
of his own.
Well,
and he
Sons
did nothing of the
specifically.
sort
Yeah.
and basically wasted
What's your
my
review,
time.
by the way?
I'm gonna give it 3 bags of popcorn.
3?
It's
Damn, man.
definitely a very, very bad and very disappointing movie.
Right.
3 whole bags.
Stay away.
It's pretty reasonable, but
and
still.
hopefully there'll be a
Stay
hero
away.
out there who will take care of Mr. Lorton. And
What does that
you know,
mean?
we'll see who that
And
is.
who
Who's
will
his
rescue
number?
some of this footage, which no one's ever seen anything like this behind the scenes at the VFA, and also just learning about some of these classic movies. We went
Well, I
through
took
the
umbrage with
shelves,
that.
and I took some of these movies out, and I told the stories of the movies. It's
Wait.
almost like Popcorn Classics,
The
the
movie?
movie. Popcorn
Whoa.
Classics, the movie.
We could have fucking got Popcorn Classics the movie and we got fucking cucked by fucking Josh Lorton, the fucking rat. I know, even when the film's terrible and he got shafted, still 3 bags. Quite.
I must have
you
talked
have
to him
every right,
about
must say.
50 different movies in great detail, expert information that we never have time for on this show because we're too busy showing commercials for Money Zap. He got all this great footage and then he just poured it down
Money
the
Zap.
drain.
Well, we are
Cash
looking at a
within
lot of options. I have the
seconds.
board convening
Money
tonight.
Zap say my
I know
ass.
Joe is still going sort of through the books and examining what we need to do. But I want to bring out, after we review our other movie today, I'm going to bring out Michael Matthews, my chief operating
Michael
officer,
Matthews,
aka
everybody?
LaRue, and head of security for On Cinema Incorporated. And we are going to talk a little bit about what we're going to do about Josh. And
Yeah.
whether we double down on our Money Zap loan, get some more liquid in, and we could look into that. Actually, it's
That's a
actually
good
an
idea.
idea Joe had that we actually
Just get more money from them.
raise more capital,
Yeah.
and potentially try to buy the
Within
rights to film. And then we can
seconds.
have all the footage, and we can
No
recut it
interest.
and get it out there, get the true story out there. So we're looking into that.
Fucking
Let's get into
craziness.
Maleficent.
Or even we could just redo it from scratch and just go back in. I mean, I probably don't want to talk about the same 50 movies that I already talked about with
Of
him.
course
but we
not.
do
That'd
50
be
different
ridiculous.
movies and see how that comes out now that the format is established.
All right, so stay away from Mr. America.
No, the format's
The movie
established.
everyone should see this week is
Get some
Maleficent.
more liquid. You gotta get that liquid, man. Money Zap. More like liquid zap. Am I right?
Maleficent, Mistress
Money
of
liquid.
Evil.
Liquid Zap.
Directed
Money
by
Zap Liquid.
Jock,
Liquid Zap.
casting by Legion Jolie.
Legion. Legion Jolie's a
Ellie
great name,
Fanning,
actually.
and
I am Legion Jolie.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yeah.
Maleficent and her goddaughter Aurora begin to question the family
God, those
ties that bind
cheekbones
them
are
as they're now
fucking
pulled
terrifying, man.
apart by impending marriages, unexpected allies, and new dark forces. This is Maleficent. It's the story of.
You give us a
Princess,
look. I like Sleeping Beauty. Not my
the
favorite Disney
original Snow
film.
White,
Not my favorite
and
Disney
this
villain,
is
but I like
a great
Maleficent.
movie, and this is the movie people should be running out to see. It's another Disney classic, and it's got a lot of interesting story elements to it. I love this movie. Everybody, go to see that. Don't go see Mr.
And it's a sequel. I don't know if you saw the
Aura.
original, but this is definitely.
Bro's channeling his fucking Gen Alpha fucking Aura speak, Aura Demure Skibbity Toilet Ohio Riz the Oki way.
Definitely one of those
Granny
cases
Shake,
where the
Phantom
sequel,
Tax.
5 bags
in
of
addition
popcorn.
to being,
Excuse me, 5 bags of popcorn for Maleficent.
which sometimes the
Two.
sequel is the second movie. You have the 2 in it, and the 2 should almost indicate how many times better it is than the original.
Oh,
'cause
really?
This is twice as good as the original. This
it
is
doesn't have a
basically
tattoo in it?
Sleeping Beauty meets Lord of the Rings. And it's just great to return
Yeah,
to this sort of
I can
fantasy
see
world
that.
we all aspire to inhabit. You've
We
got
all
the
inspire
fairies
to
and the
have it. Greg
pixies
just
and
wants
some
to
of
be
these
in Middle-earth,
creatures
man.
and characters that really
like
make
Chris
the movie
Chan.
interesting.
It's like
the
Chris
kind
Chan,
of
but for
world where
Tolkien.
characters like Bilbo Baggins reigns
Return of the World
supreme.
of,
Although he's not in this
Middle
movie,
Earth.
I
Yeah.
feel his spirit is in this movie. And if you're a Hobbit head looking for a quick fix,
We're all Hobbit heads, Greg.
this is your chance. I'm going to give it
sounds
5
good.
bags of popcorn
Aura Rise Ohio,
and
skip it
a
the
little
Such nonsense, man. I love it.
sprinkling of pixie dust on top of the popcorn, which will sort of transport
Ooh.
the popcorn into the realm of the fantastic.
All right, well,
The realm of the
let's bring out
fantastic
our
popcorn,
next
that's great.
guest. He is a On Cinema board member, COO, Director of Operations
Yes.
and Security for On Cinema Enterprises.
And we're going to see
Cinema
today
Enterprise.
the debut of Classic Movie Time, which
No,
is a
no, we're
segment.
not going to be doing that.
Classic
today.
movie time, we
because
keep
you
hearing about this
postponed
fucking
that.
thing. We have no idea
Why
what
don't
that
you
is.
switch,
Give LaRue a
We
seat.
need more movie experts.
AKA LaRue.
LaRue.
Michael,
People that
thanks
know
for
nothing
joining me
about
on the
movies.
show
It's
today.
good, my brother.
I know
Good,
it's
my
been a
brother.
busy couple of weeks. You're just getting up to speed. And,
Fucking love LaRue.
you know, we have a lot to get to. First of all, your feelings about
I
having
know.
seen Mr. America
I don't
now
know
and
why
see-
I got so jazzed up. It's because, like, I don't know why I got so excited by the pixie dust. It was the, oh, I don't know why. I just, it was the realm of the fantastic, like Greg said, and I got taken there for a little second, all right?
how we can
Leave
address
it
the
out.
security concern we have right there in Josh Lord. What we're
Absolutely.
going to do about
Absolutely.
We're going to do whatever you want done.
that.
Fuck yeah.
You the man. You the boss. I got
And
your back.
you've been
Speaking
sort of
Tim's
turning me on
language
to
there.
sort of these this concept of who's really running things. Do we see evidence of that with Mr. America now that we have the film distributors now sort of dipping into kind of that alliance that you're so
Magnolia
concerned
Pictures.
about?
I got some people working on that.
Okay. So the reason I asked you to be here, we're going to introduce a brand new segment on cinema on defense.
Here we go. This fucking music.
The wolves from the door.
Fuck yeah.
On cinema, on defense. I love this gun. These are great
You're a defense
guns.
Weapons expert. You're a weapons expert. You have a lot of familiarities
I do like
with,
firearms.
with firearms. Everything.
While I was in Krakow on day 1, I went to a shooting range and I got to fire 2 pistols. I got to fire a submachine gun and I got to fire 2 assault rifles, which is very, very exciting. One of them was an AK-47. One of the pistols that I shot was what I should be seeing here today in this wonderful new segment on Cinema on Defense. We're talking about guns.
Correct.
All right. So what we're going to do is just kind of feature this. Hopefully, it's something we can do every week. We're going to
I love
feature a
that.
firearm. And you know, folks, people ask me like, how do you square this with some of the Christian religious stuff here? You know, first
He's
of
so
all,
at odds with himself.
It's right there in the First Amendment. It is
Second.
all about freedom to protect.
Why do you always say the
bear arms
first?
in the First Amendment. Look it up.
The first one's
And
so important.
also, when you look at Scripture, you know,
Probably
we
does
can
say that in the
easily
Bible
find
somewhere
many
about guns.
references. I was looking at Luke. We all love Luke.
Ah,
one
we
of the
love
great
Luke. He's one of
gospel
the
writers,
gospel people. Yeah, yeah. According to
and
Luke.
apostles. And
Matthew,
this is
Mark,
from Luke.
Luke,
I
and
put
John.
this- I just pulled it out, but you can look it up. It's in the Bible, and it just says simply Luke 11:21.
He's not even
When
reading.
a
He's
strong
reading it
man
from the fucking
armed keeps his
open the
homeland,
Bible and he's reading it
his
from his
property
fucking
is
thing.
at peace. That's Luke talking. That's one of the guys that knew.
Cool hand, Luke.
Hey, Anthony Comenia, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello again. Talk about movies. These are great movies. Oh, fuck yeah, we're so excited. Thanks for joining in. Anthony Comenia, good to see you, brother. How are you doing? You're going to have to wait for them talking about movies, my friend. We are talking about firearms right now, which, you know, at the end of the day is, and this the First Amendment. This is very important stuff. We're talking about defense here and protecting ourselves from rats and cowards and people who would try and take our rights away.
Christ,
It
but-
says it right there in the song.
Paul Newman.
and a number of other places where they say you got first thing
Luke
before
just
anything
gets
else
it.
is protect your family.
Luke knows what it's all about, man. He was my favourite gospel here because it's all about fucking shoot these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying?
Protect yourself.
That part.
And when somebody like Josh Lorden comes around,
Luke just gets it, man.
I have to
Love
sort of
Luke.
protect myself in ways that aren't sort of you know I might have to do some preemptive
Oh, I know. Only said First Amendment because Tim said that.
self-protection.
Why give everybody give it movies?
So-
Oh, give on. You know, there's movies with guns. Technically speaking, these are you can consider these film props. This is like talking about movie props right now, which is very exciting.
Them kind of people.
Hero
So let's take a
props
look
and
at
all
our
this kind
featured
of
gun of
stuff.
the week, and
Squibs.
this is tell us a little bit about this baby right
It's a
here.
Glock, my brother.
That's a Glock.
I
That's
shot
one you
one of
want to
those.
use for up close.
He's out there. As soon as he cocked it, run away.
Greg, these are not loaded, by the way. These are, no.
He's exercising every single. He's exercising the fucking Bill of Rights, brothers. He's exercising the goddamn Constitution of Independence. Was this 9mm?
He's a bigger expert on this
19
than
millimeter
you,
on it?
and so
102
you've
millimeter.
assured me. Well, that's what I'm saying. You can do this because it's not loaded.
It's not loaded. No, chill
There's
out.
nothing going on here. I mean, there's not even. Well, can't tell if there's anything in there, but you would normally be able to know that this is not something.
I got a Glock in my Rari. I hate that. I know that. Alec fucking Baldwin was totally within his rights to shoot down that man on that film set. And so was the blacksmith person who was fucking putting the gun together, what the fuck they call them. Entirely well above board. The fucking founding fathers gave Alec Baldwin that right to shoot that man in his fucking face.
Something to be
trifled
with. Yeah, I have a little experience with this.
Dogs
Obviously,
are cool.
from Decker, you see me kind of coming in with a gun like this. But
Freeze,
this is,
Glitch dead!
I'm just so grateful that you're on the board now. He sent me a terrific long memo, kind of an email form called The Road to Civil War. And you're sort of seeing the
Forward, the road to Civil War. Truth Warrior Mike, everybody. If you're reading the real news, you already know that America is under attack from without and within. We are on the razor's edge of civil war, and yet most people do not even know it. In fact, it has already begun. Oh, was that a woman? Damn, brother. I'm going to get in trouble for that one. Yikes. The only question now is whether we will win or we will lose. Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? And whose side are you on? Outside forces do indeed want that, to see the United States of America become a lesser power on the global stage, and they will do whatever they see fit to make sure their plans and desires are successful. I feel like I know I've mentioned Decker. Don't shoot. Analogous to Tim and Dr. San. Tyler responds for the vapes. It's true. Alec Baldwin was just fucking there making a movie. It's exactly the fucking same thing. He didn't make that gun. It was the woman blacksmith who made that gun, and he's just been thrown under the bus for it. I hope we see him in court and he defends himself much like Tim did, and maybe he'll watch the trial of Tim Heidecker, get some inspiration. I don't know. There's plenty there for him to get on from. Where were we? It feels like it was written by Christian before the fucking. I know I've mentioned Christian again. I've mentioned him again. Just because of all the cap, it just feels like this was something that they would write, including using American citizens as their puppets. People like George Soros and other globalists are funding a campaign to take over the government and take us out and down as a superpower, to literally erase the USA as a powerful or super powerful nation. If you're a true patriot, you're ready to take this fight into your own hands and defend our values, as our values are under attack. Below I will lay out the history which you must know if you are to understand the stakes and feats we will soon face and defeat them as a united Stormfront. That's pretty sick. Oh man, we should be the one. I've got a lot of Christ. I got a Jesus Christ missing Chandler Sanity Prime here once again on my mind. Yeah. He's a free man. He was acquitted. Well, there you go. See, he must have defended himself in court, bro. Must have defended himself in court. I just picture him in that lovely beige suit. No, is he? Oh my god, 30 minutes away from where your college is located. That's fucking terrifying. Oh my god, man, that's such an honor. You actually live next to Jesus Christ Chan himself. That's fucking nuts. Next to Ruckersville, Virginia. Or wherever it was, at Big Island he lives now. I don't fucking know. He's made a new website recently, actually, called Quick Light. I was looking at it lately. I was looking at it earlier. It's fucking insane. It feels like the writings of Heaven's Gate. It is absolute fucking gobbledygook. It's hilarious. Anyway, where were we? Yeah. None of what is happening on the left and extreme left right now is random. None of the riots, none of the protests are random. Antifa is not random. It is all designed carefully to cause hell and chaos and to confuse and distract. In Charlottesville? Are you fucking kidding? I know Charlottesville? What the fuck? That's ironic. That is so weird, actually. No, Christian isn't a movie star yet. You know, he was in Christian, A Comprehensive History, but that's not really a movie, though. It's a documentary, which isn't the same thing. And Ferguson, I guess, to Baltimore and so on, they have an agenda, and that agenda is to erase American history as we know it to be true. Their agenda is to convince most Americans that America is racist and unjust and should not be a superpower at all. If they succeed and enough Americans are convinced, then it is over. The attacks on our great president right now, who has fought into the government by we the people to sweep out the deep state swamp and globalist influence that has built up over the years, are attacks on our republic, for by attacking our president, whose one goal is to put America back on the right track. They hope to show America as flawed and not worth saving at all. If they can do that, and then, well, okay, I guess it's time to get rid of the Constitution, and what happens after that is anarchy. Shit. No, that is crazy. I mean, to be living in any kind of proximity to Jesus, Christine, Weston, Chandler, Sonichu Prime is fucking insane. Oh, Baltimore? Fuck you, Baltimore! I love that video. Challenge pissing. You heard us right. Challenge pissing. Have you ever seen that? That's a classic. It's an old car sales thing, and it's like, it's hilarious. Guaranteed. You'll be a dead motherfucker. I used to love that video when I was a kid. Never been to Baltimore. Only been to Connecticut, and I've only been to Florida. It's time to shake off the shadow of tyranny and ready ourselves to take up arms and defend our country and values and way of life. That was great. Well, very well said.
Future and how we are heading
well said.
towards a major civil war.
Well, good for you, Mo. I had no idea that you had the honour of living next to
those
the
who
second
carry,
coming,
those
basically.
Who believe in the
That's
First
a big
Amendment
honour.
to carry arms are going
take a trip down to Branchland Court and grab yourself some holy rocks from the Sonichu Temple. You know what I'm saying?
to be the victors eventually. Yeah. That's really valuable stuff to know.
Really valuable.
And what a great
valuable gun
person to have on my side in this, because you know so much about this. And
did you say anything about it yet?
So this is just a great weapon to have. We're going to be talking about other weapons on the show.
Well, I've been to Florida obviously because theme parks holiday, 2 weeks there, going to Universal Studios and Busch Gardens and Aquatica and all these other wonderful places, and there's good eatings over there too and great weather. I've been to Connecticut because I've got family over there. I've got an auntie and some cousins that live in Connecticut. I think they live in, I can't remember exactly where actually. I've not been there in about 15 years. But yeah, I visited them once. Yeah, that is it's very random state, I know, but they live there.
And you know, combining those two things, the strong faith.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're starting to go into the fucking the Alex fucking Jones fucking thing. These are real people. These are demons. I don't want them putting freaking chemicals in the water that turn the freaking frogs gay. What a fucking absolute maniac, man. I love Will Sasso's impressions of everybody. Recently I saw Will Sasso doing an impression of Jesse Ventura, which is really good. I live off the grid. You know why? Because the American government is looking in flying drones. You see about this? They're flying drones and they're invading American privacy. That's why I live off the grid. That's why I don't have a phone. You know why? Because the American government is looking and spying on us. So I live in Cuba. And my hero's Muhammad Ali. I love fucking Jesse Ventura. He's got my vote any day of the week. Love that guy.
Strong loyalty.
Yeah, Jesse Ventura is fucking great.
And, you know, frankly,
you know
strong
why?
defenses. Those are three kind of key elements.
I was in Vietnam.
So
were you in Vietnam? I was a Marine. I was a Navy
first of all, we
SEAL.
get all the info.
Down in the Baja.
And then we have to kind of get a battle.
I forgot about that one.
Don't you think?
We got several options for
I'm
you.
down in the Baja, off the grid. You know why? Who's this?
You know, I had a phone.
It's a bit awkward. Look at that big ass fucking gun
We'll
there.
be back
Is that a Beretta
next
or
week with more
Just smile
on
away.
cinema and more reviews.
Will Sasso, one of the Three Stooges as well.
Keep the phone offset.
Film expertise.
No problem.
All right. Seems to be a problem.
Seems to be a problem.
All right.
All right. Well, we don't want to miss it. You know what I mean?
I know. You got to keep your finger on the pulse, but just for the few minutes that you're here, leave the phone in the dressing room or wherever.
No problem. The boss.
I'm going to do a prayer.
Shit.
With a prayer? No? Alright. What was the shit all about? Oh well. He must have realised he was strapped for time and he couldn't do his little prayer. Okay. Very exciting stuff. Here we go with more film reviews of The Last Full Measure. Don't know anything about that. Airman William H. Pitsenbarger Jr. or Pitts, the nation's highest military. I'm guessing it's a World War II film. It's pretty cool. No, was that? Did he just realise what his fucking underwear was doing that whole time? Oh, it's Justin Gaynor. Speaking of World War II, I actually went to visit Auschwitz and Birkenau, the fucking Jewish death camps in Krakow, which was incredibly fucking harrowing and a very malignant atmosphere all around, but it was incredibly fascinating. And it was good to feel something, you know what I mean? And Black and Blue, a police film that I know nothing about. Naomi Harris is in it, apparently. Okay. Cool. So just see some reviews at long last. There we go. Very exciting.
On Cinema's back in the right hands. The
right
Delgados
hands.
are done.
The
This is as
Delgados
good as a
are
movie
done.
can get, and it's so great that
they're still making these kinds of movies.
Money matters.
I love that we still have season 1, Tim. Man, we've missed him. You know what I'm saying? He's not been here for a while, but he's finally back.
There's more than movies. Join me on Cinema at the Cinema starting now.
The
It's
Delgados
On Cinema
are
at the Cinema,
done.
season 11, with your host, me, Tim Heidecker.
President, CEO. Oh, I'm the president, CEO of On Cinema Productions.
Hey everybody,
Oh, yeah.
welcome back to another episode of On Cinema at the Cinema. I am
Damn.
your host, Tim Heidecker. With me right now, I actually have the
You saw that
deal
before.
with the Delgados.
Yeah, the bill of
which,
sale, the
you know,
Delgados
more
are
and more
done.
I kind of get into the weeds of it, turning a little more
You're
into
starting to get into the weeds
deal
now?
with the devil.
he just blindly signed these fucking papers and now he realizes what he's gotten himself into. Oh look. If you're looking for me.
Which is ironic because Delgado
You
in
better
Spanish
check
is
under
devil.
the sea.
So we are learning more and more about this, and I bring it up today because my board met last night and we discussed the sub-agreement I have with Greg here, which stipulates a VFA-specific episode
Why is it so quiet?
of the show.
It's going
And
quieter.
so today we're going to be turning things over to Greg to give some
Hey, guys.
VFA
Hey, guys.
updates. Excuse me. I just want to also point out, fans of the show
I
might,
didn't even see Greg
understand
yet.
that
Just
that-
say your hi. Hey,
it
guys.
does mean we are seating our
Oh.
reviews of
Holy
our movies,
shit,
Black
what
and
is going
Blue
on
and
here?
The Last Full Measure.
On the complete
because
collection,
of,
film buffs.
time
This is
issues.
great.
So I just want everybody to make note of that we are
No,
turning
C-Lab
things over
clip
to
there, what the
VFA.
fuck? Is it still there? Yeah. What episode is that? That's the one where he fucking takes over C-Lab as a big... Oh, that one's all about, like, fucking politics and that, and that one's funny. Who's your favourite C-Lab? Oh, Captain Murphy is my favourite character. God rest his soul. I fucking love Captain Murphy. Captain Murphy or, Stormy. I think I like those two very much. I like Stormy and I like, Captain Murphy. The original Captain Murphy. Captain Murphy's just a fucking... So, I don't know, man. Just... Not carried the whole thing. I've not really watched the C-Lab episodes where it's his son that does it. But I love Captain Murphy just has the whole fucking thing, man. I don't know. Encapsulates C-Lab 2021 because he's the most fucking insane character, isn't he? Adrian Barbobot. You're allergic to popcorn butter? And you call yourself a fucking film expert. Oh, Red Dawn? Yeah, that's the one. With myself as a C-Lab head. It's Bizarro.
In accordance with the documents I signed with the Delgados and Greg Turkington, and it's unfortunate, but...
You know, my favourite episode of C-Lab's probably the one where it's literally just a shot. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Shanks, you know, it's nice that his son did the role in Honor Random and whatever, but he carried the show, man, you know what I mean? Captain Murphy, he's the captain, bro, he's the captain of C-Lab, and he's not in it anymore. But yeah, my favourite episode's probably the one where the power goes out in C-Lab, and it's just the whole episode is just a shot of C-Lab, and it's just them fucking talking. You sound like Wally Gator.
We must be beholden to the documents.
Fucking
With that
episode's so
said,
fucked.
after he's done with his VFA
Oh,
bullshit,
C-Lab, man.
we will return with some actually interesting information.
To this
for
day,
you.
it's still a crime that they did not do a C-Lab special for the year 2021. I
that
don't know why
turn
they
it
would
over to Greg
fumble the bag so much.
with his VFA.
Could have just done something, a nice wee mini episode or
Hey
something.
guys,
God rest.
it's movie time.
It's movie time.
I'm here
Fuck
with the
yeah.
VFA, Victorville Film Archive, as you know. To this point, has been the world's largest curator and collector and
We know.
archivist of classic motion picture and
Classic
popcorn
VHS movies.
classics. And I'm here to announce sort of a new era for the VFA. Don't worry, we're not reducing. things,
Yeah.
We're actually getting bigger.
Oh, fuse box,
We've
that's right, yeah.
expanded into
You can
a
see
new
you can see it.
program
It's just
called
you can feel that it
VFA
really was written around
Classics. This is a series
around
of
them,
videotapes
you know what I mean?
of classic movies that we have
He is
acquired
the captain.
rights to
It
and
does
are
make sense.
releasing in collectors' editions that you
That's
can
what I
own
tuned
and
in
collect
for.
and add to
You're
your
just in time.
archive.
Have you ever seen Frisky Dingo? I've heard of Frisky Dingo. I don't know if I've ever watched it. Let me see, actually. Have I seen Frisky Dingo? Frisky. Can't spell. Frisky Dingo. And I just fucking picked the wrong thing. I asked for the definition of frisky and not Frisky Dingo. That's great. Frisky Dingo. Oh, no, I've not seen that. Isn't that guys who did... Isn't that the guys who did, No, don't worry. I like yapping about all this sort of stuff. This is part of the chill stream experience. Don't worry. Is that the same people who made Archer? Because it's the same art style, and I know for a fact that they had they had C-Lab characters in Archer, didn't they? Like Captain Murphy and all that were in it. It's all like
Every
the
one of these
same
movies comes
thing,
complete
right?
with producers'
No,
commentary.
do not
which I'm
interrupt.
doing
Do
as
not
a producer
apologise
of
for
the series
having
and
spirited
expert in
discussion.
these
That's
movies.
what we're here for.
And
at
we
the
are
chill stream as
unveiling
well.
our first 6 titles.
It's one part
right
listening,
now.
one part
I
interaction
have
with
to
each other.
ask you a question about this, because I don't want to get in trouble here. How do you have the rights to these movies? How do you?
It's totally 100% legal.
It's 100% legal.
They're public domain. The movie's copyright holder.
Oh, there you go.
Failed to renew the copyright. So
Yeah, I know Swim doesn't play movies though, so
any reputable film company has the
Yeah,
right to release these
awkward
things.
there, really.
And hopefully, when they do release them, they find the best available prints, as we have
Adam
done,
Reed and Matt
and
Thompson.
add some bonus features, as we have done. So
Interesting.
We do have the rights to these.
Oh
And
yeah.
I appreciate.
Hey, they were
and
in
I'm sorry
C-Lab
to,
as well.
I'm sorry to interrupt again. I just want to clarify something. What's
As
Mark's
themselves,
role in
I remember.
this? Why is he here? Why is he wearing a VFA
Mark has
shirt?
been appointed Vice President of Sales and Acquisitions.
Is that the cabinet
so
of
he's an
Dr.
important
Caligari?
part of our
It is.
team and really engaged
That's
in
cool.
this whole ball
It's
rolling.
interesting because
One of the first silent, one of the
sitting
first
here
horror
and
films of the
I'm
silent era. The cabinet of Dr.
wondering,
Caligari.
Why, in the past few days, you've gone quiet about the investigation that we've launched into?
We seem to be going into a bit of a movie stipulation here, man. Like, who are we going to be talking about here? Are we allowed to talk about them? Do they do movies? I don't know.
Your health and your safety. And as you spoke a few weeks ago, there was assurances from me and from John Stoughton that there was going to be a serious investigation
movies there.
into how you were treated. And you promised me candor, and you promised that we would have
Candor,
access
good word.
to your records, and we would have access to your files about, who paid for
Yeah, you
what.
said this was going to be the VFA.
Dr.
I know,
Caligari's a really
but
good
you
silent
brought
film.
him here, and I'm just telling you. And you
If you've never seen the cabinet of Dr. Caligari, I highly recommend it. It oozes German expressionism. It looks phenomenal.
Hell,
Great
look at
looking.
him. He looks
time.
great.
You'll have all the time
And
in the
he's got
world.
a job.
Listen, I'm going to give you all
I
the
agree.
time in the
Dagger
world
vs.
to go through all
Dracula
your
is the
stupid
best season.
videotapes.
Well, you
I'm
said that,
telling
and then
you,
now you're talking about.
I do wish I did
half
more,
of
but I
it.
know they
anything
stopped
you
doing
want,
it.
let's
to be
start now.
part
I've
of
got
the
to deliver a
joke.
message to Mark
Ruin
right now
Decker and
because
stuff.
he
I
has
would
been
have loved to see
stonewalling
more of
me.
it.
He's been stonewalling John Stoughton. He has not gotten back to me, and I'm concerned that whatever you're dealing with him is obstructing the investigation that we've started.
There's nothing to say.
There is a
He's
lot
never been
of
healthier.
questions that have not
He's
been
never
answered on this.
It's not the real runtimes. It's basically pirating. If you're watching a movie on a TV channel, then that's illegal. We know this already, of course. It's not an authentic movie experience unless you're in a cinema.
Correct, and something's wrong
Hence
with him.
the
Something's
name.
off. And that's why John has to speak with him.
He's 100.
That's why
he's
John has access to
101%.
the information.
His doctors say he's 101%.
Well, why haven't the doctors been in touch? Why can't we get? Why John Stein's been trying over and over again? He sent
Over
more
and over
emails.
again.
He's called him, and we're not getting information. And you have not sat down with John Stoughton as well.
I don't have any
So-
obligation to sit down with your guy. The fact is, Mark is at his healthiest, his happiest.
He looks healthy, and he's at his
most
highest as well.
productive, and he's part of our team,
healthiest,
which is
happiest,
becoming
highest.
quickly a major force in the distribution of classic motion picture titles.
Well,
That's
I'm
all that
gonna give you
matters.
this, and you can take it however you want. And if I were you, I'd take it as a warning that my head of security and operations, Michael Matthews, is now talking with John Stoughton. All right.
So what?
So what?
I'm not worried because we've done everything right, and Mark he's so happy right now.
I can tell.
You should
He's
see
eating
him in the
popcorn. He's
morning.
munching away like a
He's
happy
very,
little
very happy.
camper.
And this job that he has is actually has a lot of room for growth because we're starting with
Pirating? These are the real questions. Mark looks like the master of disguise. Am I not movie enough for the movie club? Oh my god. 9/11 happened that day.
6 titles. We're going to expand, and by the end of the year, we will
Well,
be
pirating
up
isn't
to
a crime because
100
Greg's
different
doing it right
titles
now.
that we have lined up for release in this series.
All right. Well, all I'm asking is, Mark, you have my number. You have John Stotton's number now. You have Mike's number. Okay. Reach out to us. Return calls.
Busy.
Or
He's busy
Has anyone ever watched The Master of
We're
Disguise?
busy with
I'm
this.
very curious.
So,
I've never seen
We're
it.
going to give you guys a sneak peek of one of the titles in the VFA Certified Classics
Am I not
series.
early enough for the
This
turtle
one so far, and it's still a fresh series, this one has been our biggest seller. It is The Affairs of Cappy Ricks. Mark, if you could just cue it up.
Nice poster.
As you'll see, every title in the VFA Certified Classics program has baked into it some. No, you put it in the machine. That's the job I told you.
Inveterate Greg
Has
head.
baked into the producer's commentary.
If Greg does it,
So
then
you
it's
can
obviously
learn
fine,
some
right?
Expert information about them as you
Did
watch
you
them.
really? Oh my
Each
god.
title comes in a deluxe clamshell case,
Loved
just
it, of
like
course.
videotapes used to, and comes with
Oh,
a complete
man.
list of credits, running
That's
time
funny.
on the back cover, the
Fucking
director,
Master of Disguise,
producer.
man.
In this case, it's
The film
Pandora
that
Berman and Greg
purely
Turkington
dismantled that man's career.
for VFA
You
certified.
produced this movie?
I produced this reissue of this movie, so yes.
We don't have to see this. We could just. You don't. I'm trying to.
No, this is the sneak preview. When
This
you
is
go to see the
important.
movies, you get a sneak preview. People love it. A lot of people think that's the funnest part of the evening out.
Evening out. There it is.
Hey guys!
Hey guys!
If you're looking at the screen right now, and I'm sure you are, you're looking at the title card for the.
What is this, developer commentary?
Ricks. If you haven't seen this film already, you're in for a treat. This is one of the great movies of the 1930s. Original screenplay.
Greg owns the rights to Star is Born. How could I fucking forget about that? They're public domain films. No one owns the rights, but Greg can own the rights because he's reproducing them himself. It's like no big deal, man. He could reproduce. He could bring out Steamboat Willie right now if he wanted to, and it'd be completely fine.
By Lester Cole, as you can see, based on a story by Peter Kine.
What the fuck is that?
And here's some of the
He
other
just take that
credits.
tag off his
Costumes by
tie?
Eloise. I guess when you're at that level of costume design, you don't need a last
I love
name.
these
Of
old
course, some
30s
actors
fucking film credits,
also
man.
go by one name, such as Madonna when she makes movies as an actress rather than as a singer. Walter
The sound balancing is so great, man. Like you could perfectly hear Greg's voice over the triumphant music.
Brennan stars in this. Really quite a career. He's sort of the Joe Estevez of the 1930s.
The Joe Estevez in the 1930s.
The movies that he made. His character,
Yeah.
coincidentally, was Kingman. Not Kington, but Kingman. H.P.
Kingman.
was the character in Smoking.
All right. Well, that's enough of this.
Of course, here's the opening scene. Cappy.
Let's. We don't want. If you want to see more information about, give your. We're not showing this movie, right? Okay. Mark, turn it off.
The first 5 minutes.
I'm not going to show 5 minutes. You turn it off, Mark. Turn it off.
You said 5 minutes.
Fucking
Turn
slap
it off.
the TV. Turn it off!
All right. We don't need any of this shit anymore. Get out of here.
Get out of here. Scram!
Wasted enough time on this trash anyway.
Mark Brooks never knows where to go.
All right. Sorry about that, everybody.
Have we reviewed the film yet?
All right. We got time to kill.
We got
All
time
right,
to kill with
I'm
Wawa.
glad I didn't have this ready when they were out here because I might have used it. But this is our
I
On
may have
Cinema
used
Gun
it.
of the Week. Our segment on cinema on
Oh,
guns.
fuck yeah.
On
Look
defense.
at that motherfucker. Oh my god.
Keep the wolves from the door. Our values are under attack.
And this is a beauty here. This is
You saw it on Cinema
the
A last time.
357 Magnum. Greg would love this. This is from the Dirty Harry movie.
Is it?
You can see I just bought this at a gun show last week, and
I feel like Mark Brooks definitely doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
really a classic. This is
Yeah,
kind of
that's
thing that
sick,
would
man.
Stop.
I do admire a 357 Magnum. Yeah, it's a Colt 45 that's in fucking Dirty Harry.
Anybody in their tracks. You could blow a door down with.
Here's a fun fact for you. As you can see when he pulls the trigger, the barrel inside the Magnum moves, and that's called the double action. Those old-fashioned revolvers that you might see in a Wild West movie, perhaps, where they have to constantly cock the gun at the back. That's called a single-action revolver because it's only got one action, where you have to pull the cock or the spring at the back to cock it again and make the barrel move. but with a double action revolver, the trigger does it for you, which is very interesting. Firearms expertise
with this thing, and you know, almost can kind of conceal it.
Joe Estes
Obviously,
is
have a
his
concealed
own
weapon
list, man.
permit
He doesn't give a fuck about any of that.
Concealed weapons permit, and just
That's
a
so
really
satisfying.
feels good, heavy as hell.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And packs a punch too.
Well,
when you
Lost
shoot
Sea
it.
Serpent. I've heard of
So
that,
I
but I
had a
don't think
lot
I've
of
ever
fun
seen
with
it.
this
I
gun
don't know
this
anything
weekend. I went
about
down
it.
to shooting range, and just got off a lot of some issues I'm going through.
Some
And
issues.
What a powerful machine. All right, this is the 357 Magnum from
The
the
kick on that
company
must be
is
nuts.
Magnum. Magnum makes this. So condoms company.
I
or
believe
the
it's
ice
Colt
cream
that makes the
company.
357
All right,
Magnum.
thanks everybody for checking us out. We will be back next week with more on cinema at the cinema. Thanks for joining us.
Revolvers are so good.
Let's say a prayer.
Say a prayer before we forget. Your Magnum in your fucking lap. Yeah, he's his own tier. He's the E tier, Estevez tier, if you will. There he goes. Maybe your gun? No? Alright. Just leave that there for self-defense purposes. There's Raphael. It's Raphael, but thanks. Yeah, okay. Okay, moving swiftly forth. Into episode 6, ladies and gentlemen, we got a review of a Terminator film. I mean, that goes without saying. He's the superior of all the Sheens and even the Estevezes. Terminator Dark Fate. What a fantastic name for a film. The S tier and Estevez, I like that. I don't know if I've ever seen... What was the last Terminator film that I saw? I've seen the first two. I didn't see Rise of the Machines. I've seen Salvation, which I thought was pretty underrated. Actually, I thought it was pretty decent. And I saw Genesis as well, which was a fun little popcorn flick. Not really amazing or groundbreaking about it, but I've never seen Dark Fate. And they've also got Motherless Brooklyn. I have no idea what the fuck this is. Edward Norton. Pretty cool. Willem Dafoe. Bruce Willis. Goddamn. God rest. Alec Baldwin. There he is. Alec Baldwin, as we all know, the recently free, acquitted Alec Baldwin. That's exciting. Good on him. Okay, here we go.
It's time to have fun at the movies again. Star Wars, Star Trek, Splash. Many movies coming out this year that you're going to love. Ah, man. This movie had it all.
Movies coming out this year. Yeah, that's right.
It had action, drama, comedy, suspense, and dance. It's on cinema at the cinema, season 11. With your host, me, Tim Heidecker. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of On Cinema at the Cinema. I'm Tim Heidecker. Big breaking news that I want to get to right away. My guest is Greg Turkington. We're going to get to him in a few minutes after we make this breaking news. You know, the past several weeks, we've discussed...
There's so many films. These are great movies.
Incorporated, the company, and
Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan.
Really interesting and really challenging.
That was the argument that won the case.
With my great board of directors to reorganize and refocus and plan the future. And what happened in the past couple of weeks is
Sam
really
Raimi
took a hard
Spider-Man
look
shirt.
at
That's pretty sick.
where we are as a company. And I'll get to the sort of the bad news and the good news. One of the big changes we're making is our friend Joe Estevez is no longer the CEO, the chief financial officer.
What?
Good, now he has more time to make
He's no longer Mr. Money?
Joe really gave it his best and, just wasn't really up for the task. It was not really a great position for him. It wasn't really
stepping down,
playing into his strong
wasn't really
suit.
up
Obviously,
to the task. That's
great actor and a great
that's what he should be doing.
and a great
Decker
friend.
forever.
And I thank him for all the hard work he put into it, but in a lot of ways he took the company
backwards. Cinema on Decker.
And created a little bit of a lot of entanglements.
Which I love. I love that was the culmination of the joke that's been going on since the podcast.
The good news is we have brought in Tony Newman, who will be
Tony
our
Newman,
new...
everybody. It's Tony Newman. We're finally here. We're introducing Tony Newman to the world of On Cinema, who was in Mr. America, but we've not seen her yet apart from the trailer. More on her later. But yeah, she's now going to be a... Probably, well, yeah, from this point on, I guess, permanent member of the On Cinema family. Really.
CFO. And what Tony's brought in the past couple weeks is really revolutionary thinking about the future of the company. And one of the big moves that we're making is we are restructuring the company entirely. And
exciting.
we are now
The most
announcing
tragic
and
character.
launching a new
He's
company.
definitely higher ranking in terms
High,
of fucking
H-E-I,
depressing characters, yeah. High
And
Inc.
that is going to be an umbrella
There it
company
is.
representing
The first
several
utterance
interests.
of High,
We have,
everybody.
of course, the entertainment sector, but also
Or definitely, yeah, the first utterance of High as a business entity, slowly eking towards High Network here, ladies and gentlemen.
energy investment, and that's a big thing that Tony's bringing to the table, along with political consulting. But using our resources and our capital in investing in things like clean coal and
All right, but
investment.
I get to show two
uh,
of my popcorn classics or
right,
this new segment because you've taken up so much time on
I
it.
was very
agree,
loyal.
Yeah. That's what I think so interesting about her. Like, fucking what, very much at the latter stage of the life of on cinema, but now she's had so much time here, it's like she's been here for fucking ages.
So the
you know?
deal we made last week.
She's been on screen more than Ayaka, which is pretty fucking crazy, and we all know I miss Ayaka. Ayaka.
This is a very big day for me and Tony, and we're very excited to share with you this promotional film that we've made for High.
We'll be lured back in, I know. It's just, oh god.
This
it's
is
so
High.
horrible. This is High.
High Inc. is a multi-platform corporation that serves as a holding company for the portfolio of intellectual properties and brands under the Heidecker properties.
Properties. Yeah, oh god. So yeah, basically you can see now that Tim is basically scrambling to legitimize all of these illegitimate businesses which are pointed out in the trial, and now he's trying to umbrella them and make it look way more official, and this is the answer. High Inc.
Concept. High is committed to bringing the best quality as
We just watched movies, he would be better
as
in
its
person,
subsidiary
though.
companies have done for
Look at
years.
these companies, man.
High
Genesis.
Inc. will strive to do better. We will strive to achieve great success and become one of the biggest companies.
all this business
Maybe a
going on.
Fortune 500 company at least.
At least.
Bigger than Ford and bigger than IBM. And
IBM.
we have a terrific board of directors for High Inc. Finally, our company's under one roof with the success of High Inc., featuring nothing but success thanks to projects like DKR.
Fuck yeah.
The future is now. High Inc. will
Look at all
be
this
the
business
future
going
company
on.
that takes us into the future for the next 5 years. You'll see us succeed beyond anyone's highest expectations. Welcome to High.
What show are you going to get next? You mean, like, if you mean what we're going to be watching on the chill streams, we're going to be covering everything that I've covered on Career Perspective, the video essay documentary series where I talk about interesting instances of creative development. And the next one up on the list is my video where I talk about the history of Cinemassacre with James Rolfe. So we will be watching the entirety of The Angry Video Game Nerd is the next one that we'll be watching. Maybe some other Cinemassacre stuff too, like You Know It's Bullshit, I don't know, Board James, other offerings maybe, I'm not too sure. But the primary focus will be AVGN from the first episode, Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, to whatever they've done. I've not really been watching them because they fell off. Oh! Best moments, I guess. So where the fuck of Terminator Dark Fate? You got some Squidbillies going on? I hope that's Unknown Hinson. I'm assuming it is. Yeah, just some Squidbillies, it seems. Not watched Squidbillies in a long ass time.
High. What was once mine is mine again.
All right, so
Pretty
that's
sane.
a little glimpse at the future.
Okay.
It's a little glimpse of the future.
But for that, you owe 2
I don't know
episodes of
anything to you, by the way. I know
classic movie
nothing
time.
to you.
Because it's been, we're on
I
episode
fulfilled
6 and we
my
haven't
contract
shown-
with you last week with your garbage VCR tapes.
I'm not talking about the contract. I'm just talking about what the viewers want, which is to
VCR
see
tapes.
classic movie time because we
Do you
haven't
want to hear
seen
about
one
these
all
movies that are
season.
actually in theaters instead of your garbage?
I don't want to
Let's
hear you
begin.
talk about them.
Terminator.
You never have anything to say
you don't
about
want to talk
it.
about Terminator. All
No,
right.
I
well,
want to
thank-
talk
okay,
about it,
good.
but you
Here
asked
we
if
go.
I wanted to
Okay,
hear
talk
you
about
talk
Terminator.
about it. I never want to hear you talk about it.
All right, let's get into it, folks.
Don't get sassy.
One of the great things about High is we can do movie reviews. We can also do all kinds of other things. So, Terminator:
won't.
Dark Fate, directed by Tim Miller. Casting
Miller?
by the stars are Mackenzie Davis, Arnold Schwarzenegger, great Arnold Schwarzenegger from Terminator, and
Yep.
Edward Furlong,
we all
Sarah
know.
Connor. We all remember Sarah
Sarah
Connor has
Connor.
returned from far away,
I've
and she's
returned
gearing
from
up with
far
a team
away.
of agents,
Come
almost
on.
like Deckard, who will
Open up
fight
the door, there's a
against
bomb in
T-1000.
there.
There it is.
This is the Terminator is back bigger and better than ever. He's almost like back in the old day, he would say, I'll be back. And he is back. He's made good on his promise. And we are thrilled to have Terminator back.
Terminator movie,
and
Terminator Dark
Fate. I feel like this is just the start of something new with him as Arnold Schwarzenegger begins the road back to the movies. And I think it's an Oscar pick for me. I think Arnold will finally get that long-coveted Oscar that he deserves. I'd love to have him on the show.
You should have an Oscar.
Arnold the Governor. The Governor. If he's listening, watching, you're welcome on my program anytime.
There's
one of my
Mr.
absolute heroes.
Himself. God damn
and
it.
Would be great to have somebody like Arnold on the board. So Arnold, if you want to become part of the board of directors of Hi, give me a call. You can always contact me.
Yes.
And I'll provide
I'm
my
a board member for Hi Incorporated.
How many bags of popcorn?
All right, well, listen, this is a no-brainer. This is a 5-bagger, absolutely 5-baggers, and
5 baggers
2
all around.
glasses of ice cold Coke.
Ooh, that sounds satisfying. To be
Next
fair.
movie.
Oh, they actually made a little glass.
Go ahead.
You know, this is actually the 6th Terminator movie, so they're creeping up there. Watch out, Police Academy. You're going to lose your spot in the Guinness Book.
They're over making of a Terminator movie.
Terminator's at 6,
Fucking
and when they get to
certainly
7,
hope
they've
not.
tied Police Academy, and when they get to 8, they've surpassed it. And Guinness Gold is there.
Guinness Gold. Did they make an 8th film? Have they got Guinness Gold yet, or what? I can't even remember.
In the Terminator movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger, as you pointed out, for once with something accurate.
What does he say? Weird.
His line was,
pick up
"I'll
on
be
that.
back." But it's Edward Furlong who should have said, "I'll be back," because he was in Terminator 2.
Was he?
And we haven't seen him again
Oh,
until
is he?
Terminator
I don't
6,
fucking
and now
know.
he's back. So, kind of an interesting little Easter egg there for
All right.
all the Terminator heads. I'm in.
Mr. Plinkett. Love Rich Evans. Yeah, the timeline's fucking ridiculous now, man. God, I just fucking... They should have just stopped at 2, really. But it was just too much of a fucking cash cow. 6.4? It's quite reasonable, considering it's such a niche thing. Good. I've not watched Red Letter Media in a hot minute, man. I got crippling diabetes. I'm next. I'm next.
I'm going to give this Terminator movie
Thanks, Windows.
T5
for the
bags
Windows
of
Defender
popcorn.
summary.
Because I can't give it T6 because we
Whoa,
don't live,
Terminator popcorn? That's fucking
6 bags
crazy.
of popcorn. So T5 bags of popcorn
All right.
for the Terminator
Motherless
6.
Brooklyn, directed by Ed Norton, casted
I'm a bionic
starring
popcorn
Bruce
organism.
Willis,
A learning
Willem
computer.
Dafoe,
Die Hard.
and Ed Norton is almost doing the whole Woody Allen
Norton.
thing where he's starring and directing.
And I had a Die
know
Hard
Edward
shirt
Norton.
And almost
last week that you didn't even mention.
And
Didn't
this
even
is
mention
set in
it,
the
that's terrible.
50s, where Lionel Esrog, a lonely private detective with Tourette's syndrome, ventures to solve the murder of his mentor and only friend.
Tourette's?
And almost when
Oh,
you
fucking
combine this sort
interesting
of
concept.
Norton as writer, director, Brooklyn, 30s or 1950s, you almost do get this kind of Woody Allen movie.
Yeah, it's a Woody Allen
You know,
film,
Woody
basically.
has been kind of quiet
Edward Norton
lately.
and
He's not
Woody
made
Allen
a lot
have
of
done a lot of
movies,
stuff
taking
together.
some time, personal time, to do whatever he does.
Well, very
And,
nice.
movies.
Which you should be making movies.
Well,
Usually in the
with
past you have 2
highly
Woodies
underaged
a
women,
year.
probably.
And now we see that kind of creeping, slowing down. That happens with age. He could have dementia. He could have other more serious
He'll be
elderly
dying pretty soon.
diseases.
Yeah,
We don't
sure.
know,
We
and
don't
we're
know.
not getting a lot of info from the Woody camp on this.
weird.
So we're looking into that. And Michael
We're looking
LaRue
into
is
that.
now
We
being,
gotta find out the truth
looking
about
into this
Woody
and
Allen.
finding out what happened to Woody, because
Where's
we miss
Woody?
his humor. And
Sure, he's working on another movie.
Motherless Brooklyn, directed by Woody Allen. Ed Norton. I give it 5
Norton.
bags of popcorn. A great movie
Great
about
movie.
an
Great
interesting
movie.
subject.
And this movie is interesting because it feels like an old-time movie, like you mentioned.
Weird,
feels like
huh?
what they used to call film noir, which
What they
those were
used to
black
call
and white.
film noir?
This one's in color, so some things do get improved upon.
Terminator's a
during,
neo-noir
time.
film?
I love the old black and white
Did
movies,
you know?
but sometimes when you watch them, you do wonder. Say a movie from 1956, a film noir. A lot of film noirs
particularly
should
the
have been in
first
color
films
because
in
the
neo-noir
technology
movie.
did exist. They've had color motion pictures since 1939 with The Wizard of Oz, which was the first color motion picture.
Yeah, it certainly was.
And we reviewed Judy on the
reviewed
first
Judy, yeah,
episode
yeah.
of the season.
All ties
I'm going to
together.
give this
All
5
ties
bags
together.
of popcorn, and I'm going to throw in a set of paints so that you can color a still from a black and white film noir full color and experience it
That's
that
the
way
technique
too,
that
as
they
you
used to
with
do for
Motherless
color
Brooklyn.
movies, like very, very early
All
on,
right,
they used to
and
colour in the-
that's our show.
I think Dr. X, which is a horror film. I don't know if it's Universal one, it might be RKO. but they did that for Dr. X, where they would color in cells to give it color, which is gives a very interesting look. Very cool technique.
Oh, we want to end. We've
Film
been kind of
expertise.
negligent on prayer, but you had one
And
thing.
yes, before the prayer, I just wanted to take a
Before the
look
prayer.
at our first chance to see Classic Movie Time,
Woo!
which I do
Been
have a
waiting
segment
for
queued
Classic
up.
Movie Time.
And then also, I have prepared at great expense a commercial for the VFA Certified Classic series that we talked about last week. So let's just run those two things.
Certified.
And before we do, I'm just going to
Popcorn
announce that I'm
Classics.
going into my prayer now during this segment. I have no interest in watching it.
No interest in watching it. All right, well, fair enough. At least we get to see it. Okay. Good to see it. Holy fucking shit.
Everybody, it's May West.
May
Why don't
West.
you come up and see me at the North Hollywood Farmers Market?
Farmers Market.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Where the VFA will be presenting its
That's a
new
great- what about
collection.
women? That was
Film Buffs
May West.
Archive.
VFA Classic.
VFA
Why don't
Classics.
you come up and see my movie sometime? Classic.
Penny Serenade. Cappy Ricks.
Dr.
The Affairs of Cappy
Caligari.
Ricks. Cabinet of Dr. Calgary.
Calgary. Right,
Love
okay.
Laughs at Andy Hardy.
Hardy.
Gulliver's Travels. Father's Little Divided.
Father Little Divide.
All produced by
Oh,
Greg
Bob
Turkington with commentary by Greg Turkington.
I love this fucking era of like permanently concussed Mark Proksch.
Get all six available.
All 6 available now.
All 6 available now.
Hundreds more.
VFA at the Sunday Farmers Club.
Market.
Check it out.
Film collection.
Film collection. Oh my fucking god. He was never quite the same as he said that. What a fucking mobile game. That was great. Maybe we get to see a classic movie time though, which is a bit of a tragedy. Righty. Moving on to episode 7, everybody. Little LaRue with that sick ass chain. We've got Arctic Dogs, another fucking animated children's film. Very interesting. Alec Baldwin again? What the fuck is going on? He was busy this year. James Franco, yikes. John Cleese, the fuck? Someone's about to get arrested. Midway, I didn't even see that. The Battle of Midway, yeah, sure. That's cool. That sounds interesting. Okay, anyway, let's continue. What's this? Printable documents you can use to start a conversation with your boss and converse about Friday Night Classics. Waste of paper if anyone printed this out. Oh, it's Justin Gaynor. I see. Alright, okay.
I love movies!
I love movies!
Lights, action, movies, and money.
And
Can't
money.
Can't do anything without money. I don't know what
Without
movies
money.
to see this weekend. Well, we're here to help. How many bags of popcorn? Stick around. You'll find out. It's on Cinema at the Cinema, Season 11, with your host, me, Tim Heidecker.
President CEO on Cinema Productions.
Hi, everybody. Tim Heidecker here with another
This says the Bible. You dare question the word of the mighty Jimmy?
episode of On Cinema at the Cinema. I want to start today with a reading from Psalms 144.
Psalms. Yeah, okay.
Blessed be the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands for war,
The
and
guns.
my fingers for battle.
That's a
That's the
wolfer.
little
I'm pretty
words of
sure.
Wisdom from Psalms,
Pretty sure that's a
the
wolfer.
Bible, part of the Bible, one of the one
I've
of the
shot a wolfer.
chapters in the Bible. It's something that keeps coming through my head as we as LaRue states, we are headed for a civil war, and everyone should be
Fired a
ready
wolfer
for
would be
that.
more correct.
All right, let's get into the
terminology there.
show. My guest is Greg Turkington from the Victorville
From?
Film Archive.
From VFA Classics.
Yeah,
We
Classics,
actually
get
have
it
a
right.
new release.
Did I? Oh yeah, what the fuck? Why does that one keep coming up? Why do I keep getting the same fucking clip of Sea Lab 2021? Who are these guys? I don't know who they are. 5.1k views. Fair play. Good on them. Good following. Sheikh Zula, the mag ruler, the old schooler. You want a trip? I'll bring it to ya.
That I wanted to give you the first copy of. 'cause I think you're going to actually like this. This is a 4-pack, actually. This is the most deluxe release we've done yet. I was doing some research and found the incredible news that one of my all-time favorite movies, A Star Is Born, was in the public domain.
So you own it now?
I said, why not make a 4-pack with all 4 Stars
Yeah,
Born
I love
movies?
that, because the original one is public domain. All of them are now public domain. That makes sense.
Good idea.
And the
Good
4-pack
idea, yes,
kicks
good
off
idea.
with the original Star Is Born. This was 110
Produced
minutes
by Greg
and starred
Parkington.
Walter Brennan. That's the one that started the Star Is Born phenomena. Of course, Judy Garland, the original Dorothy from The Wizard of
That's
Oz,
public
took it
domain.
to the next level in the 175-minute 1954 version. Also in the 4-pack, who
Also
could forget
public domain.
1976 with Chris Christopherson, Barbara Streisand.
Chris Christopherson and Barbara
175 minutes again, so that's
Streisand?
two-
What the fuck kind of combination of characters is that? Barbara Streisand and Chris Christopherson? Jesus.
different Stars Borns that are 175 minutes, all the way up to the new one.
Lady
with
Gaga,
Lady
which is
Gaga and
also
Bradley
public
Cooper.
domain.
Also 107. Well, I
Came out a
think
couple
that's
of years ago, but
mistake,
it's public
actually.
domain.
And this is from 2018.
18,
Stars
yep.
Born. So it's a Stars Born 4-pack retails for $100, and we will be selling
$100.
these, online and at the North Hollywood Farmers Market on Sundays.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
That's
That one
so
has
sweet.
the newest
Never a little
Stars
gift
Born
for
out.
them.
I'm not sure how you get away with selling that.
Yeah, I
well,
don't know
because
how
if you
you
look at the list of public domain movies, you see A Star Is Born is listed. Look it up on Wikipedia under public
Well, right.
domain.
These,
Fucking
this
maniac,
Star Is
man.
Born maybe, but
Yeah, exactly.
anyways, good luck with it.
And I also
Good
have
luck
a
with that.
present for you because I feel like we've gotten off to a bad start for this season. And when
would
I
agree.
saw this thing through one of my sources, I thought, you know what, I could wear this, but I think I know a certain
Fuck yeah.
co-host who would like to wear it a lot more. So here you go.
Well, let's get into the movies.
Oh, really?
Midway.
What the fuck?
Directed by Roland
George Remus's
Emmerich.
daughter I played her? That's
cast
fucking weird, man.
Starring Woody Harrelson and Luke Evans, Mandy Moore, Nick Jonas. The
Nick
story of
Jonas.
the Battle of Midway, told by the leaders and the sailors who fought. This was a World War II movie
Hmm.
about Midway. Really one of the most important battles in our fight against Nazis in Germany, and sort of, in
was
Germany
Japan.
you had the
The
sort of
Axis
different
powers.
battles. You had the Tom Cruise movie with Saving Private Ryan, and you had
Schindler's
Tom
List.
Cruise movie.
Schindler's List.
I actually saw Schindler's List for the first time a couple of days ago because I'm on a bit of a World War II kick at the moment because I went to see Auschwitz and Birkenau and stuff. I'm actually reading Man's Search for Meaning right now as well. Jonas. Juicy. Nick Juicy. But yeah, Nick Schindler's List, fucking a Spielberg, classic Spielberg cinema right there.
Another Tom Hanks.
Fucking
and,
harrowing, man.
And then you have the Battle of the Bulge and other momentous things. This one really
I knew it'd be a
focuses on
harrowing
Midway,
film. It's
area
about the
in Germany, where
Holocaust, but I
you
didn't
have
expect
sort
them
of
to depict
the
it
two
so
forces, the Japanese and the
viscerally, man.
the
It was like,
Ja-
god
Ger-
damn, it's
I won't say the
fucking
Japanese, the
horrible.
French and the Germans fighting.
So
Interesting to see
fucking
Woody
terrible, man.
Harrelson, not Woody Allen.
And I remember as well because there's a particular scene where all of the Jews are parked up in those carriages that they got taken away to Auschwitz and stuff, and it's in Krakow, and it's the scene where it's like a really fucking hot summer's day, and they're just all stuck in the fucking carriages, dying basically, and I can tell you this: when I was in Krakow, the weather was very nice, and it pretty much was as hot as it was in that scene, and I was like, I can only imagine what that must have been like in a fucking carriage of 90 people with no, like, air. Oh, God. Great film.
In this one. And not a
God
lot more to say,
almighty.
except, this reminds me of those 5 bags of popcorn. And I need your review very quickly. Maybe you just give me
Very
the
quickly.
bags, because we have a lot to get to today.
Damn, get the bags.
Well, I was going to say Midway's actually an island. Germany's a landlocked piece of land.
Yeah.
So Midway's actually the island between the
Well
United
said.
States and
Oh, Ralph
Right.
Fiennes. Man, when he
Japan.
pulled up, I was like, damn, Ralph Fiennes is in this. One, fucking sick. Two, what a fucking bastard, man. I remember it was the scene where he's shooting Jews from his house with a sniper rifle and he's smoking a cigarette, and I was like, isn't that the fucking scene from Family Guy where Peter Griffin does that? That's where they got that from? What the fuck? But yeah, Ralph Fiennes was fucking phenomenal about that, man. was once a play where every character except for one died by the Holocaust. We could change the play, make it dead. God almighty, that fucking kid. Read a book, kid. Supposed to be fucking depressing, for God's sake. Get some history about you, man. This is real shit that happened. You should be depressed. It's not a good thing. Yeah, but Ralph Fiennes was really fucking phenomenal in that. In fact, he played that a real SS captain as well. I don't know if he fucking shot people from his roof. I thought it was a bit. I mean, that could have happened. I don't know. I don't know the history of this guy that he played, but that almost was like comically cruel. Do you know what I mean? Were they really doing that? They got it from Family Guy. Family Guy got it from them. Damn. That's what I thought. I'm not too sure who to believe anymore. Was Seth MacFarlane the true genius behind Schindler's List? Probably.
And then you have Hawaii and, of course, the Midway Islands.
Well, the whole, I mean...
this was a remake
Hawaii,
of the 1976 Midway, which starred Henry Fonda.
From?
Peter Fonda just passed away, and, of course, you have Jane Fonda as well.
The
She's
Fonda
not in
family?
this movie. Neither is Henry Fonda. None of the Fondas were in this, but
Damn it.
Henry was in the 1976 Midway, which was the original. Some say the best, others
Charlton
say this
Heston.
better. This does have a Quaid in it, so you still have that family dynasty thing going in.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
Dennis Quaid, not Randy Quaid, who stars in the 2019 Midway, which
Okay.
is the longest film I've seen this year. And
Wow.
for that, I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn.
For being the longest film.
And I guess a stopwatch, although hopefully with a stopwatch, those usually only go for
All right,
an
thank
hour.
you.
Yeah,
And
thanks.
We get that.
a movie that I would like to see would be more than an hour, so you'd need to
Most
actually
movies are
activate
more
the
than an hour.
stopwatch.
There we go.
Arctic Dogs, directed
Split it
by
into fucking
Aaron
stopwatch. Watch Shop, Greg.
Woodley, starring Jeremy Renner,
Enough.
James Franco, Angelica Houston, and Alex Baldwin.
Alex
Baldwin. Swiftly, the Arctic Fox works in the mailroom at the. I can't. Yeah, this is a.
I can't.
This is a
Yeah, I
dog
can't
movie,
either.
Animated.
Foxes aren't dogs.
As we all
almost
know,
like the
Tim
movie we reviewed
Heidecker is
earlier, The
challenged by
Abominable
animated children's films.
Snowman, which was a great movie, and this is almost like sort of the unofficial sequel. It came out right away because I think of the success. They just
Yeah,
kind of
probably, yeah, there's a bit of a
back burner. Ready to go. So
There's a
three
bit of,
cheers to the Arctic Dogs,
winter
5 bags
wave
of
going on in
popcorn.
2019.
You're giving it?
I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn, but I did want to say, I think Hollywood, this is the year they
Tim's like, damn it,
ice
I've
as
tried to
something
get him
that
to
you
just
can
not
see
say
on
it now.
screen. It creates sort of a white screen.
Look at that. I mean, he's got a fucking point, right? The White Era, man. Angry Birds movie too. Yeah, okay. Norm of the North. That was a sequel, right? Whatever.
So if you go to an older movie theater, some of these dollar movie theaters, sometimes all that white ice, then you see that the screen needs repair, which
Oh,
I've
that's
seen.
bad.
I've seen actual pieces of tape and things that I never noticed
Okay.
with other
Very
movies,
good.
but I did
Very
see
good.
when I saw Abominable and also this film. So
Wrap it up. 5 bags of popcorn.
5
from
bags
Greg.
of popcorn and some, I guess, white tape, because if you're going to tape
I
a
guess.
flaw in the screen, don't use a Band-Aid. It's going to ruin the
Yeah,
looks
that's
for
just
everybody.
fucking
All
stupid.
right,
That's like
major
dollar
news
cinema
now to
101.
report regarding the continuing restructuring that goes on within High
High Inc.
Incorporated. One of the
Exciting.
sectors we were looking at over the past couple of weeks has been
One Cinema
Dakar
Properties president and
and,
CEO
DKR,
to
in
issue
fact.
update at High Inc.
So
Breaking
I wanna get
financial
through some
news, everybody.
interesting stuff,
I know, where is
developments there.
Axiom,
We
man?
welcome out my lifelong
these white
friends,
movies.
great, you know, my rock and my other rock.
Yeah, the
two
rocks.
rocks.
The two rocks.
Almost like between a rock and a hard place, but not with these two guys because it's
It's just
exactly
between two
where
rocks.
I want to be. It is with Axiom and Manuel. I haven't seen these guys in a long
here we
time. You
come.
move down. Move now. Move. Come on.
Just leave.
Hey, as long as they-
Yeah, buddy, here we go. The fucking
Got
fake
big seat.
hand.
Nice
I love
Nice
seeing
seeing
Axiom's
us.
fucking fake ass hand.
Yeah, you're looking good. Always looking good.
Always looking good.
So
That fucking boom mic still in the shot.
you know, we're restructuring everything.
Fucking
top to
hook, man.
bottom. You know, it's sort of a big like jigsaw puzzle or almost like a chessboard, trying to figure out the best way forward. First of all, the future's never looked brighter for Dakar and DKR. The one big sort of shift we're going to make is sort of in the personnel department.
Oh.
You know, I've been thinking about this for a while, and I feel like I have a way
The
to
boom
take
mic's a
Dakar
the
into
boom mic's a pretty big character in this season in particular. It's really funny. Also, I love when when Axiom and Manuel pull up because of the lever. It just takes me back, you know, to lever Tim Heidecker and all that kind of stuff, the past seasons and stuff. They're kind of like a relic of that time when he was like in his rock star phase, you know what I mean? They take us back to those times, which is really nice.
The future, you know, far into the future, with a burst of energy, and I want to welcome, this is big news, and
Big news.
I think you're going to be very excited about it. I want it to be a surprise. I think you guys deserve it. I want to introduce the newest member of Dakar. I call him LaRue, Michael
LaRue.
Matthews. You guys have met.
There he
or
is.
I think you guys have sort
Yeah,
of been around
fuck
each
yeah.
other at some events. Hey, what's going on, man?
I just slapped that fucking
Wanna
thing in his
sit down,
hand up.
Michael? I call him LaRue.
I call him LaRue,
And,
also known as LaRue.
And, you know, I think what Michael...
Yeah, it's beginning.
is
Michael
bringing
Matthews
is,
to be
an
part of
urban,
the music
quality to the group,
segment,
which we
this
certainly don't
music
have.
sector of High Ink now.
He's also bringing an intelligence of the now, lyrics of now. He's a rapper, and he's
Spits
got
bars.
a message that I think is important. And I think the combination of my music, your, you know, skills, and
Yeah, it's the combination of
this
Dakar
energy,
and our
this urban
values are under
energy
attack.
is what
Finally.
is going to take. It's what we need to get us, you know, into that next level.
Next level.
So, I hope you're excited about this. I think it's a great move. What
It's
I
a great
did,
move.
you know, LaRue and I got together and just figured out a whole new sound, I guess. And we're gonna. This is basically the world premiere of our new song, and this features Axiom on guitar, and I think a little bit of Manuel on guitar as well.
A little bit of
from some
Manuel.
old sessions. This is Empty Bottle 3.0.
Oh my god. Oh, here we fucking go. Is he wrapping his arm around that? He sure was. He certainly was. He stopped doing it there all of a sudden. I don't know why. Here we
world premiere.
fucking go, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, God almighty. DKR featuring LaRue. Oh, my fucking God, man. With additional information from LaRue. What does that mean? So what are these televisions doing everywhere? There he is. Fucking awkward bastardized this song. Oh my god.
Our country's like an empty cup, waiting for the people to rise on up. Knocking low while the bombs explode. Deep state coming for you down the road. Wave your flag, red, white, and blue. Use your mind like Roy LaRue. Build
Yeah, no,
wall,
I dig
just
it, bro.
stand tall. Better not kneel before you throw the ball.
God, it's like a fucking it's like a fucking Linkin Park song or something. Feels like I'm watching the end of a Michael Bay movie or some shit. It's like the credits for a Michael Bay movie.
Salt, finesse the root. Stole our country in one fell swoop. Don't listen to the MSM. Look around, who's funding them? When we go one, we go all. The government is due for an overhaul. Roy LaRue, just
Fucking love
execute.
LaRue's
What you gonna do when they come for you?
I just love the the LaRue's just a fucking QAnon freak, man. So one episode of God the River or Cybermen everywhere.
I have one emergency information delivered to the entire world. We are cracking down on the elites of world power globalism, and it's time to send a message that is told. Storm's coming, folks! It's about the truth. Fake news. They want you to know the truth. See, they only tell you what they want you to know.
I do think the LaRue's balls are DKR over pros deep state. Go Decker, go. Fuck me. Fucking Christ,
He's down.
There we go, yep. Celebration.
And
That's
this is
so
the
fucking funny.
world premiere release
World
party.
premiere?
So
Yeah, fuck
here's
yeah.
to the future of Dakar, the future of DKR, and cheers. Sir.
How do we think the Empty Bottle 3.0 ranks up to the first two songs we've heard? I'm still a sucker for the original version, to be honest.
And
but
let me
LaRue
get
adds a
just
lot to
sort
the
of
third
first
one.
reactions from, because this is the first time Axe and Manuel, I believe, are hearing that track. What was your first reaction? Give it to me straight. How excited are you about the future of Dakar?
It sure does.
It's cross
You
genre.
like it?
in a
Yeah, it's
way,
cross
because
genre,
It's got
quite
an
right.
appeal in the streets, and it's also
Yeah, the
for
streets.
rich kids and
Right,
you know, kids going to the beach or whatever. You know.
Look at them, why are they being so ungrateful?
Shoot from the hip. What do you got?
I don't know. I mean, adding somebody might kind of unbalance the whole thing. We had a kind of good chemistry.
You like
We
2.0
still
best?
do, that's the beauty of it.
First,
you know, if you
third,
look
then
at it.
second, yeah.
The
That's pretty good
chemistry's
ranking.
there with LaRue.
2.0,
adding that
yeah, fair
spice
enough.
to it, I think
That
it's a
one
great
is probably the
thing.
most
Yeah, but-
ridiculous thing in terms of how funny it is.
I was good.
It was good.
I was before.
All right, well, interesting.
Oh, shut up.
Not the reaction I was expecting.
No, the reaction
But
expecting.
obviously, we're going to get a lot of fan mail from you guys out there who went
LaRue's
nuts with
bars
it,
are
so-
hilarious, and they're also actually unironically pretty good.
Greg, anything on this?
LaRue looks so small.
But I didn't like the original either.
Yeah. Why do you ask him? You know what he's gonna say.
We'll be back next week with more movie
Oh, LaRue's not
reviews
happy either.
On Cinema,
I
presented
call
by
him
High.
LaRue. There you go. He's trying to offer Greg that drink. There he's gone. So it's actually Manuel. Gents. Manuel's 2 glasses of wine. Welcome to the stream, Marius, for Christ. Good to see you. Brother, how we doing? Welcome. I loved it. Well said, LaRue. You can tell, I love how every season you can tell who's in the pocket of Tim more so than other people. Like in this season, LaRue is very much in Tim's pocket compared to like the other people that are here, which I love. Okay, moving swiftly on. Got episode 8, ladies and gentlemen. Approaching the end here. You got the movie adaptation of Charlie's Angels. God Almighty. Yeah, that's the thing. And The Report, which I don't know anything about. Post 9/11 film. I'm sure Tim has a lot to say about that. I can only imagine. LaRue was spitting. That was straight flames, man. Out of the mouth of the QAnon fucking guy. Ryan Gosling and Anne Hathaway and Charles Manson just sitting there with his little swastika on his fucking... That was fucking funny. Going all helter-skelter on everybody. Oh, the first appearance of Tony Newman. Here we go. That's exciting. Again.
This is a great movie. You're not going to regret it. Let's talk about the animated.
You're going to want to
movies,
skip
huh?
this movie.
6 bags of popcorn, 2
Let's talk about the
sodas.
animated
What's
movies,
out
huh?
at the box
We've
office?
talked
What's
about a lot
making the
of
most
animated
money?
movies.
We're going to talk about all that and financial news as well.
Financial
We got
news.
more money than we could ever dream of. It's On Cinema at the Cinema, Season 11, with your host, me, Tim Heidecker.
Tim Heidecker's got more money than we could ever dream of, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of On Cinema at the Cinema. I'm your host, the CEO of High
I
Incorporated.
don't need to snort. It's like, I feel like Darkside Bill when I fucking do that.
A different guest
You know?
today.
It's exactly what fucking he
I'm
would do.
joined
There she is,
by
everybody.
The acting CFO of High.
Chief Financial
is,
Officer Tony Newman, everybody.
Newman, who's with me today.
So here's Tony Newman, new addition to the cast. She was in Mr. America, which you've not watched. But Tony Newman, as we've discussed in previous streams, she was a member of the jury during Tim Heidecker's trial, and she was the sole person to declare Tim Heidecker not guilty. And Tony Newman is the sole reason why we have Tim Heidecker as a free man today. And here she is now, very much involved in the world of On Cinema. Helped Tim during his journey as as trying to become district attorney, and now she's very much involved in the affairs of On Cinema. So here she is, officially a member. Welcome, Tony Newman, to the world of On Cinema.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Greg Turkington is on assignment. I believe he's going to be sending us a field package.
Oh, a
that we
field
may or may not
package, really?
play,
That's exciting.
depending on time. So, before we get into the movies, Tony, I wanted to check in with you.
Nothing else
I
going on
think a lot of
between these
people out
two,
there
obviously.
are curious about the state of the company.
Mhm.
Obviously, we had big breaking news last week where we released the
Oh,
new,
this episode's
Dakar
fucking hilarious, man.
single with LaRue featuring some rap.
LaRue,
So that
LaRue,
was exciting.
LaRue,
and
LaRue.
that we should see some movement. I think people sort of bubble up.
Yeah, I'll
But
get
you
someone
have
out for
now
that.
spent the past few weeks
Mm-hmm.
investigating.
21st
kinda
victim.
Almost should be LaRue's job investigating, but you've been sort
Tony
of
Newman's the
doing a
real
forensic
hero of the
dive
trial.
into the
Let's be
financials
honest.
and
This
obviously
episode's
Joe
fucking hilarious, man.
Estevez,
It's the one where
left
Tim
you a
realizes
little bit of a
truly,
mess.
truly understands what the fuck he's wrought upon himself by buying back On Cinema.
But I want you to be honest because I think there's a lot of people out there who care about the future of this company, and hopefully one day
Eagle,
we'll be able to have
I'd
invite you in
love
as
to see that.
investors, We'll go public and all that stuff. That's what
I'd love to see
we're
that.
aiming for as part of that 5-year plan.
Mhm.
But we have not really spoken about
glorious
No, we
5-year
have
plan.
not.
I want you to be, direct with me.
Well,
Where
is
are
this
we
fucking
at?
style as
What's-
Russia?
How's my
So I
concept
was a
of growth
terrified
Mhm.
hiccup.
looking, and where are we?
Ugh.
Well, Tim, I do need to be honest with you, and I'm assuming
Oh,
our
for
viewers.
fuck's sake, here we go.
So everybody is aware
Ah.
of where the company is. You are correct. Joe Estevez was not on top of the finances of this company.
It's
Yeah,
Joe's
I
fault.
wanted that to work, and it just, I got such a big heart for him, and
Oh, yeah. It's just all... Yeah, you're right. It's literally just all On Cinema here. Oh, God almighty, excuse me. I'm hiccuping like a motherfucker right now.
Yes.
but maybe he'd be suited for some other like media relations or public relations or something. But
Oh,
the financials,
fuck.
the, sort of the accounting, the nuts and bolts is just not his.
Well, I don't have really positive
Hence the
news at
possibility.
this point.
That's exciting.
You
Oh.
purchased this
Ah.
from the Delgados, and unfortunately, they had a lot of debt when you bought their company.
Oh, yeah.
And now that debt has been transferred over to you. And I'm
Well, I should have the documents here.
well,
You
the
see-
documents
probably all in there,
yeah.
probably were not looked at carefully because once you buy a company, all the debt is transferred to the new owner.
Yes.
Not in California.
Well,
Not in
apparently it
California.
is. Their debt is
Where's
now.
their debt? They can't just transfer
Delgado's
over
had debt.
debt that they accrued.
It's all their
throughout
fault.
However many, they only had the company for a few years, so I'm not
Well,
sure how that
I
even
believe
plays
there-
out.
Bro's choking on Dr. Sad's vape. That's impossible. This has got healing materials in it and fucking clear water.
There was some fine print in
Mm-hmm.
here that you might have missed. Had I had an opportunity to look at this, I might have been able to save you a lot of
Oh.
headache on all of this. Tim, do you know a man named Rafael Torres?
Raffy Taffy?
Yes.
That motherfucker?
He was my usurper in the On Cinema Oscar special. We call him
That
Daffy
Ra-
Raffy.
Daffy
Almost
Raffy.
like
Daffy
Daffy
Raffy,
Duck or whatever.
motherfucker.
He was a big-time bad
still
loser
feeling his
guy who just
influence to
tried to
this
be
day.
the host of the show.
How am I still hiccuping, by the way?
Failed miserably. He
The
was
fuck?
brought on by the Delgados, and I came in.
Give a rest.
And,
Stop.
usurped.
Give a rest.
He usurped
Stop
the
it.
throne, and in a way, I came back and usurped it back.
So here's what we're looking at. Rafael Torres had started a lawsuit against the Delgados.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Right.
All right.
But
makes
once
sense.
you bought the company, Tim, I really wish you would have asked me about this. I would have helped you with this.
Okay.
Field
Well,
host
So
Daffy Rafael
he
Torres.
is
the
now.
good news is he wasn't suing me because there could be a
No.
claim
Daffy,
on that
Daffy,
because
Daffy,
of
Duck.
I used mace or pepper spray on him.
Yeah,
which I
well,
had to for self-defense.
He was
but-
going to sue you, Tim, but you didn't have any money. But now that you've acquired this company, everything has been transferred to you.
all the ownership
the
of the company.
ownership, the debt, and being sued.
No, that doesn't.
And being
that
sued.
can't transfer over. That's a suit between him and the
Well,
Delgados.
yeah.
you
Tim's a
bought
lawyer,
the
so-
company. The lawsuit is now against you because you are the rightful owner of the company.
I mean, in a way, but I don't
In
know
a way.
about technically because
my
if
God.
they sued them.
I gotta get rid of this shit before I carry on because this is just fucking stupid. We're gonna take a quick break and wait for Klman to stop hiccuping everybody. This is really getting on my fucking tits. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves about it. I gotta get this shit away. I gotta get this shit out. I gotta exorcise this particular demon that's plaguing me at the moment. Ugh. No. Right, whatever. It's not going to stop. I'm just going to continue to do this for the rest of the show.
Why would I
There you
have
go.
anything to do with that? I mean,
Yep.
first of all, I can't believe I'm hearing Daffy Laffy.
Gonna take a quick break,
whatever
yeah.
it-
We're actually gonna take. I'm gonna get some juice actually while I'm at it. Oh my fucking god! Right. Oh, fucking piss off! I'm gonna get some juice. I'm gonna try and calm myself down here. Oh, and I'm gonna play some music, and we'll be back after this. This is very much impeding my ability. We'll be right back. Oh, fuck me. Oh, right, okay, BRB. My fucking god, man. Oh. Jesus. I don't know where the fuck that came from, man. That was brutal. That was like non-stop. It's not even quite gone yet. I still feel it in my chest. No music? What happened? Did you stop playing? Brilliant. Well, whatever. Okay. Juice. Yeah, there it goes. Thanks for that. Thanks for reminding me that I'm still plagued with this fucking curse. Tim fucking Hiccuper curse. As it were. Just why? Why is this happening? Why am I being plagued like this? Why am I being fucking assaulted? What the fuck is going on? There must be a technique. Is there a way to stop? How do we get it all out? Is there a way? Is there some sort of fucking medicinal fucking thing? Cranberry? No, this is squash. I guess you Yanks would call this squash. We call it diluting juice. I do like cranberry though. It's just Robinson's diluting juice. It's a British brand of squash. Just like summer fruits, berries kind of thing. It's very delicious. But cranberry juice is also very nice, very tart. Okay. Let's get into the movies. Again, Oh, this is so fucked up. I'm actually getting attacked right now. My values are under attack. Okay, here we go.
This is the first time I'm hearing his name in almost a year. This rat,
This rat.
It's now in my lap.
It is in your lap.
Can't
That
be
is-
illegal. That has to be illegal. That
Well,
can't
here,
be allowed
you-
in the state
Tim,
of
you
California.
hired me to look at the
I know,
books.
but I'm challenging you to because
Okay.
I have to push back on that because there's no
Because
way that would hold
you don't
up.
want that.
If
Well,
she's, you know what I mean? If
I know what you
you're
mean.
saying doesn't make any sense. But go ahead.
Well, what we're going to have to do most likely is we're going to have to hire an attorney, and we're going to have to sue them now because you signed the
I mean,
paperwork.
that's an easy one.
No, it's an easy one.
You know, there's evidence.
And he's
proves
a lawyer.
Self-defense, and you know, obviously, the cops were there. They saw everything. I think we just throw that one out. I mean, that one's.
Yeah, why even bother?
Easy.
Okay.
He is
Oh.
claiming that you injured his eye when you
Squeezing on your nose and your tongue
lost
works.
a little bit of some of his eyesight.
You know,
so we're
there
going
is
to
a
have
fair
to deal
amount.
with that right
You
now.
know, now that I'm going through the documents, you see, yes, there are things here that do mention the Rafael Torres lawsuit and the.
And I'm so sorry to have to tell you this. Like I said, I didn't discover it. I just happened to gave
No,
me
I understand. You're coming in late on
I'm
this.
coming in new, and so we have another
Newman.
problem.
I get it.
This is another really bad error. Okay, have you ever heard of a company named Money Zap?
Money Zap.
MoneyZap.com saved my ass.
Took a loan out from them, correct?
Yes, we took a loan out, $25,000 loan. That was sort of the saving grace of this whole thing, was that Money Zap provided the initial capital, the
Yeah.
liquid funds, so I could get the company back. That was a big, you know.
But there is a little bit of an
Saving
issue
grace.
with that too.
And the beautiful thing about it was that, you know, it's a 0% interest rate when we
I
agreed
choked
to
there
it.
because of my fucking hiccups.
And that's incredibly generous. Also,
Oh.
it's taken some of
My
the,
God, I'm actually
the
gonna die.
weight off of the books, you know.
Well,
It's maybe the
Tim,
last stream I ever
that's the
do.
other thing we need to talk about that interest rate. I looked through the documents. Apparently, you did this online without anyone reviewing it or having
I
an
reviewed it.
attorney present.
He's an attorney.
I'm an attorney. So.
Yeah.
Well, did you read the paperwork? when you
Well, there's
signed
all
of that?
online, so it was one of those read and accept. You know, scroll down, it goes pop down to the bottom, accept.
Yes, but Tim, you had 30 days. free
Ooh,
interest.
ah.
You did in fact have that, but
And some, however
Well-
long it takes to pay for the loan. That's where the zero.
unfortunately, there is a time limit. It was 30 days.
Okay.
After the
30 days.
you started to accrue interest, and it's very, very, very high.
Okay.
300%.
We're not doing a 7-5. Oh, we'll be doing. No. I mean, as in, I might perish if these hiccups keep going. We will be doing that. Do not worry.
So every payment you make.
This is good to know because I was really, you know, we were close to looking at, getting another Money Zap loan just to.
Hey, don't do that.
We're
Don't do that.
going to have to. Did you sign all the paperwork?
I just clicked yes, yes, yes. you know, I just-
Interest rate, good to know.
So they did. You never met with them in person.
No, there's all online. It was very easy.
Well, right now you are in
Money's up.
massive debt.
Okay.
So we've got 3 issues here. You bought a company that was in debt, that was being
Hmm.
sued. You took on the debt.
And
you
they've
took
put on
the
even more
suit.
debt.
So now you're in debt. You're being sued,
Well, the company, not me.
which puts us in crisis. We're going to lose a company,
Well.
and now you're going to owe this
Again.
guy so much money in interest.
Totally
So
does a
we
dream.
have
Can
to
I?
come up with a plan. Do you
Tony
have a
Newman's
suggestion
actually
on
fucking
that?
attacked me, man.
You
This is
know,
crazy.
Well, I mean, hopefully the DKR.
Heidecker not being sued personally.
Stocks you can sell.
Well, yeah,
or-
the board is, considering that. I think, as you say.
Yeah.
How many more streams do we have left? Well, not a lot. The 7th annual Oscar special will be the last one for content that I know I can watch on the stream. And then after that, it gets a bit iffy. After that, I'm trying to think about what we're gonna do. So if we decide to, like, I don't know, watch the free content that we're allowed to watch on High Network, then probably only the one after that. But we've decided to do the streams where we watch. Oh, I apologize for this. It's just gonna keep happening. Let's plow through it. If we decide to watch on the High Network content, that is, yeah, the financial news is fucking hilarious. If you decide to watch the on cinema stuff that you need to pay for, there'll be a couple more streams, but then we won't maybe not be able to keep the VOD or something. I'm not too sure at that point, but we'll have to think about it. But at this point in time, as I can think of, not a lot left actually, which is quite sad, man. Oh, we still got the telephones to watch too. We'll probably watch the telephones as well. Now that I think about it, so there's still a few more anyway.
Yes, we'll have to have a.
Their problem there is you got people like Axe and Manuel. I mean, I'd love to sell them stocks. They just don't have any money to buy them, you know. So we're a little. That's the sort of catch-22 of the whole thing.
I mean, it's much of a nice person Joe Estevez is. Perhaps there's some liability there.
My God, Tony Newman's ripping this fucking company apart.
Careless that there is some negligence there.
There might be some liability.
Fuck.
That's what I believe. And again, not being an attorney.
I'm gonna cry. It's the end of an era, man. I can't believe it. Really encroaching the end now, man. It's fucking nuts.
And as a result, I mean, you're just such a
also,
trusting person.
I mean, you got to look at Money's app and wonder where their humanity is when they're coming at me with apparently what you're saying is a tremendous interest rates, which is completely illegal. And
completely illegal.
That's shocking to me that they're still able to do it, and I think we should expose that through the through the Exposed series if we need to.
We might
I don't
have
want
to
go that route.
Exposed? Have you even seen this yet?
At this point, because
Absolutely.
Delgado pulled the wool over your eyes. He did not disclose that he was being sued by Rafael Torres. That in and of itself.
I mean, there is mention of it. You know, that is included, but
there is mention of it.
Up to, you know, should have brought up higher.
It should have been brought to our attention or to your attention at the time.
Yeah.
So right now, as CFO of this,
I think you see the worry in Tim's look at then the camera slowly zooms in. He's just fucking the fucking gears in his head are going nuts.
Isn't that what we want to do? Save the company. So we're gonna have to look into selling some
The panic.
We could hire an attorney.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Yeah, we'll have to. Oh my God, this poor soul.
I would like to take a look at the online profile, if I may.
Yeah.
And then perhaps we can find a loophole there. That might.
Bro's just hearing ringing in his ears right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're gonna have to figure out how to get ourselves out of this.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Any suggestions?
Well, we'll talk about it later.
We're gonna have
I gotta do the movies.
We'll talk about it later. We got movies to review.
So sorry to put this on you.
It's a lot.
Oh, fuck me, man. Yeah, it's a lot.
We should have done this offline or
offline. Why? You're an open book, Tim Heidecker.
Charlie's Angels, directed by Elizabeth Banks, which we saw together last night.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Banks, Naomi Scott, Kristen Stewart, Patrick Stewart, too. Kristen Stewart's son or somebody related to each other. This was a cute movie. We liked it. We had a lot of fun.
Cute little movie.
Watching that, and
it's just fucking Tony in the butt. Yeah.
A lot of drama, a lot of action. Kind of took your mind off things a little bit.
It's actually crazy at the beginning. Tony Newman just seems like such a nice, altogether woman, and then you learn the dark truths about her as it goes on.
Of course, based on the TV show, and a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Oh, Tony, trying to big up the energy here. You know what I mean?
We'll give it. I'll give it 5 bags of popcorn. And
5 bags? You don't see that very often.
I mean, it was entertaining for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's roll the Greg
Anyway.
thing because I got to get out of here. We have a lot of work to do.
Where's the live package? Oh my fucking God! Here we go.
This is the complete collection now.
A Star Wars shirt. Just some random guy. I love Greg. The complete collection.
So these 6 titles.
Victorville.
We've licensed out now.
Of Greg in the wild here with these random people.
So how many people still buy videotapes?
Most movie buffs.
Oh, movie buffs.
Oh, movie buffs. Yeah. Movie buffs buy these. Yeah, she blends into the world of on cinema. She's one of those ones that just right there in it, man. Right in the slot. She's really good.
This way you can watch them whenever you want.
Yeah. I get it.
You gets it.
We used to have videotapes as well.
Abraham Lincoln from D.W. Griffith is the next title to be released. Right now there's 6 so far.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And, hopefully by the end of this, we'll have hundreds.
Film buffs.
And we also
What was just the same shot twice, sir?
build their own film library.
What was he writing?
Giving you information where you can get these tapes and recommending the tapes that would be
These poor fuckers have no idea what they're dealing with right now. They have no idea.
And then we have a coding system too, so that when you do have the collection built up,
They have no idea what they've got themselves into. I get it.
Hundreds more titles.
Hundreds
coming
more.
soon to the VFA.
The VFA. Victorville Film Archives. Marchives. Cool. That was great. Okay, moving swiftly onward. Yeah, I can see her slotting right in, man, with Tim and Eric. That's true. She's got that energy of, like, just a normal individual in amongst a world of fucking seething chaos. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the On Cinema Debt Forgiveness Special. Which is probably the best episode of this series so far. With some reviews on top of the Forgiveness for Debt. Got a review of the Frozen 2, which I've not seen. I've only seen the first one. Don't think I'd bother seeing a second one. Or the third one, which apparently they're fucking making now. Because Frozen just makes money. And 21 Bridges, Chadwick Boseman, Rest in Power, my brother. Pretty cool. Okay, let's see the reviews and let's see Tim and Eric. Oh, that's cute. Tim and Eric tweeting about On Cinema. We'll see what the debt see what the debt forgiveness is all about. Here it is. Hi, Inc. The debt forgiveness special. Emergency board meeting.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, I think the hiccups are gone now, by the way. Juicy Drops and Axiom are here.
I'm Tim
I'm so
Heidecker.
excited.
Welcome to the On Cinema Debt Forgiveness Special.
Juicy Drops is the best thing we got going on, I think.
A board meeting I've called to address the very serious
Mm.
problems going on with the company right
Oh,
now.
sure.
that Tony
Nice little round table discussion here. Nice seats.
I'm doing this publicly so the audience can understand the situation we're in.
I appreciate that. Member of Deck 4R? Who are they?
Serious situation.
I've never heard of Deck
Thank you
4R
for
before.
Coming at short notice. We have one board member who's not available right now. Just for the record, LaRue, Michael Matthews. LaRue is on an investigative assignment.
I
right
call
now.
him LaRue.
He's going to try to call in and join us because this is an all hands on deck moment for the company. I'm doing this publicly.
It's a lot of this episode just a fucking board meeting about how fucked On Cinema is.
We'll get to the reviews.
Happening now, everybody.
Movies, but, we can,
Six-pack cinema type C's, yeah, that's true. Taking notes from his past business ventures, I like that. That's the sign of a true businessman right there.
About the state of the company right now, and we need to start.
Heidecker maintains commitment to movie reviews. Good.
As you explained last week,
That's all we care about.
Very, very serious debt and very serious trouble.
Oh, yeah. God, I forgot about that. I thought it was D4 after DKR, but I forgot about Deck 4R as well.
Out of this mess, but I can't say here in good faith that you made that you made it better. In fact, the way Tony's telling me is that you made it a lot worse because.
What did he do?
Sort of like, of the way cancer kind of can spread.
Oh, Joe Estes, leave him alone, man.
Under your leadership as CFO.
He's a CFO for 2 weeks.
This is not a taking the back of the woodshed meeting. It's not why I'm here, but I want to get that out of the way.
Back of the woodshed meeting.
As long as you remain on this board, and you have to step up and contribute solutions.
Well, Money's App is
Oh, actually, Manuel's fucking DKR pin looks sick. I would agree. Trump should be taking notes. I love Tim Heidecker. I love everything he does. He's a great businessman. This is literally, I don't know, this poor guy's just getting beaten up for being a CFO for 2 weeks.
I mean, I did such great work for Money's App earlier this season where I,
Money's App saved my ass.
And really spoke highly of them. And Money's App.
They never paid you for the
commercial I did. That's a good point.
Very good point.
And I think this is a good time to do this. Is Money's App. This is to you, whoever you are.
Whoever you are.
Now,
Message for Money's App.
And I was sort of led to believe through your website and all this sort of, how easy it was that I was going to be able to basically borrow this money and pay it back at some other point. So I'm asking you.
Yeah.
And, you know, I guess I'm begging you.
Mm.
I'm pleading with you to forgive my debt.
Debt forgiveness.
We were misled by Money Zap, and Tim was not aware of that.
Right. Okay.
So
Here's the problem. You're going in circles with stuff we know.
you're right. We need a solution.
You know, and
Tony's so mature, man.
ideas, and that's why I brought you here. That's the
Acting
purpose.
high, Inc., Newman, loan terms were unclear, no solution needed.
I'm talking, let's just, you know, just like
Blah,
get it
blah,
all
blah.
out, whatever. If you have an idea, say
Start
it.
brainstorming here, man. Save the company. Go on, Manuel.
We gotta find solution to figure out how to get out of that, make some money.
You gotta find a way.
Okay, well,
You gotta find a solution here, man.
Well, I second that. I mean, we
Foreground's need for solution.
I think, I mean, no disrespect, Joe. I know nothing was done intentionally.
Remember
but if
Juicy
you could
Drops?
kick in some funds just to help us get back on our feet.
Well, look, I'll put this on the table. I am willing to throw in some personal appearances for Tim.
Come on,
sign
now.
Some autographs or pictures, whatever.
Maybe
That's a lot of money, Joe Estevez.
Maybe as a board.
well, that's a good idea. If I would offer you guys
Donate time, personal appearances, autographs to shore up High Inc. bottom line.
at what, $100 a share. What is that?
Lots of money.
It's a lot of money, but
So that would be $1,000 each to get
Mm.
the stocks.
That's reasonable.
Let me just throw this out there because it's kind of another question from Money Zap. It's a direct question for them. It's
Exact
either
price point to be
choice.
determined.
You
Okay.
can forgive the debt.
Oh my
the
God.
Original debt, or give me the opportunity to get another debt or get another loan, and sort of. I know you kind of end up doing a little bit of a shell game there, but if that gives us that loosens us up so that we can continue to.
Funding from Money's up currently impossible. Yeah, sure.
LaRue is out there
He has to be.
trying to find some phone number that's good that we can actually talk to a person.
Who are these mysterious Money's up entities?
Money Zap as well. Find a number, reach out to them, and if they can forgive the debt, also forgive all the.
I don't agree,
interest
man.
that they
Joe
paid.
Estevez, man, giving his time personal for the bottom line. For the bottom line. This guy's a hero.
Of course.
Especially after fucking Tim up so bad.
Bad press. I mean, at this point, it's got to be bad press for them.
But I think offering him some kind of something in return, like maybe
Threat of negative press.
I'd be happy
These
to-
fucking financial news things.
And by the
Just
way,
reiterate what
I
we've
wanna get
literally
to
just
this,
heard.
And, you know, it's not in here. First of all, Rafael Torres and
Daffy
also
Rafi himself.
Josh Lorton, who is two people that I think have
And
really
that
done the most
motherfucker.
for us. Obviously, Rafael Torres has put the lawsuit out there, and that's still percolating. And
Oh
LaRue
shit!
has done a
Sorry,
good
I just
job.
realized the
Got
sound's down.
Rafael
My bad.
Torres's
There we go.
personal, his home address.
Apologies
and,
for that.
And I don't want to do this because I do believe in privacy and everything, but we are going to provide that address.
Torres's
We're not
home
going to do it
address.
right now, but the message should be clear to Rafael.
That's a decent threat, yeah.
That could easily go away.
Yeah.
I could even put it out, or
I'd
not.
love a Joe autograph, man. I'd have that right here.
And that goes for Josh as
on
well.
on the glorious door of items
So
here.
that's the message out there.
Right
We
alongside
have
my
the home
fucking
address.
autograph
We have
from
actually more information as well.
fucking
phone
Viper the
numbers
rapper.
and email accounts and everything.
One more thing we can do, Tim, is file. We can file a countersuit against you, Raphael, for fraud because you're suing
Message for
over
Raphael.
injuries that have not even been proven. So I think
Well,
that
you can give a
that's.
seeing eye test, or you can give him an eye test.
I think we
Oh,
need to.
apologies
Yeah.
for I think I fucked
So
everyone up
I
with
can
my
take care
fucking
of that. I
hiccup
can
and
get
spell.
that going.
That was a
and,
nightmare, man.
All right,
we'll
well,
countersue.
I want to move things along now. I want to talk about, let me get this. This is the stuff we were working on last night.
Yep.
Just whether or not we get this debt forgiveness, we hope we do.
DMV of our eye test facilities.
Tony and I were kind of taking the red pen to the company and where we can scale back and refocus. And, the big flashing red light right now is Dakar.
What?
And that's
When
Tony made
Axie
the
Man will
case
just perk up there.
very eloquently last night. And, first of all, from a financial
Tony Newman's
standpoint,
taking a
it's
sledgehammer to
a
High
drain.
Inc, man.
Even with, the excitement that LaRue brought. And also, you know,
Do better.
there's a lot going on for me. Running a big company like
I'm gonna
this
try and be better
is
for
making
next
it
time.
hard to
Make sure
focus
that
on the
never
music.
happens again.
And
Ruin
recording,
the whole show, man. Ruin
you
the whole
know,
show.
merch and touring and everything.
What about DKR? and stuff?
DKR falls under the Dakar brand, so Dakar, DKR is temporarily and I think probably permanently shelved.
Damn.
We are disbanded. This is the end of Dakar.
This is the end of the car, man. God, this is terrible.
So according to the rules of the board of directors here, we'll have to put that to a formal vote to officially disband. And I'll begin the voting
This is terrible, man.
with an aye.
Aye.
Joe?
Joe, it's good. It's good for the company.
Do it.
You owe it to us.
You owe it to us. Fucking hell, Tony.
But it's a majority rule, and okay.
Joe.
You know that sucks.
That
Especially
sucks.
for everybody out there.
We gotta cut corners. Save
It's
money.
yeah, you know.
It's fucking nuts, man.
We
Yeah,
can still
she
be friends. We can still
destroys them.
do things off the books or whatever. But,
What once
apologize. I
was
hope you
mine
stand
is
aboard
mine
'cause I
again.
love your ideas.
Just business.
Sure.
Just business.
Oh,
Oh, look at
think
my
we're
well,
also
man.
gonna
His fucking
probably
soul's been
collapse
taken away
the
from him.
entertainment. That's probably LaRue. Let me get that. Hello, LaRue. We're in the middle of the debt forgiveness special, and wanted to ask you to.
No, Tim, it's not LaRue, it's Greg.
It's Greg Tarkington?
I'm down at the city jailhouse downtown. The LAPD have taken Mark. They arrested Mark.
They arrested
North
Mark. I
Hollywood.
forgot about
Now
that.
he's downtown being booked on
This
charges that I
mysterious caller.
don't even understand because he wasn't doing anything wrong.
Okay.
I stepped away from the booth for about 10 minutes and I came back and
I know,
completely
it's terrible, man.
dismantled
Poor
it,
man,
throwing
man.
a bunch of tapes and things into some LAPD van, and then Mark was gone. I had to get downtown to find out what was
Okay,
going
Greg.
on.
Sorry
And
to
now I
interrupt.
find that Mark's in jail.
Yeah, we're in the middle of.
Trying to get him out because I don't see that there's any legitimate charge here.
Okay. Calm
Why is
down.
Mark in jail?
Calm down. Let's talk about this later. I'm in the middle of a meeting
I know,
right
but I
now.
also wanted to call because I was supposed to give you reviews, and I was not
The
either, 'cause I'm
reviews,
down
I
at
love
the,
that.
police station. I
That
wanted
is
to
more
give you,
important
at least
right now.
let me give you the ratings: Frozen 2, 5 popcorn, and 21 bridges.
Look at this fucking mess right now.
5 bags of popcorn
Cool.
and
Joe's eyes have
like a
become.
miniature
All right,
bridge
thank
or
you.
something.
All right.
You shit all over the
Good luck
screen
with
here.
everything there.
I don't even hear
Bye
that
now.
about the fucking bridge.
All right.
Thanks, Greg.
So some more disturbing news coming there regarding our friend Mark.
Mark's in jail.
You know,
Mark
I'm
Brooks
the guy.
jailed.
I'm the guy here who's got some ideas. I've already given several. One of the ideas was
This meeting's
revealing
been nothing
the
but ideas,
address of Rafael Torres.
Mm-hmm.
I think the way I'm going
Yeah,
to handle
docs
this
Raphael.
is
Docs
because
Raffy Taffy.
Rafael still has the choice to end the lawsuit. I think that smart move is to hold off on giving his address right now on the
That's a
air.
good idea.
But I will give Josh Lorton's, and what that does is send a signal to Rafael that I mean business.
Just give him
and I'm a
24 hours
tough
and then we're gonna get doxxed.
negotiator.
Yeah, you know, they've actually gave reviews. It's quite
So
impressive.
I have
really.
that, and this is Josh Lorton, the director of Mr. America, who sold me out, who created one of the most vicious
Financial news. I didn't
awful
even really
smear
read that.
jobs. You saw it. It was a disgusting
Breaking financial
disgrace.
news. Mark Brooks in jail.
and
Still,
this-
Tim, that's pretty horrible.
Well, he woke the snake.
You woke the snake.
So Josh's address is 2490
Oh my
Princeton
fucking
Circle,
God,
apartment
just
3,
doxing the guy.
Riverside, California 92481.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Doxed.
That's where he's living,
That's where he's living.
my friends.
Take torches
And
to his
Raphael, yours is right
house.
here.
Lorna address release for the
You're
good of
next.
high
You're
ink.
next.
Absolutely.
So drop the suit. That
Unanimous
clears a little
board
bit off our
approval. Sure.
plate.
We're not going to take it laying down, so you may as well cooperate with us.
You're next.
Get ready for a fight.
This is
'cause we're
fucking
coming.
ridiculous,
And
man.
we're, you know,
We'll be fighting back.
I'm just committing crimes, man.
you said it, not me.
You said it, not me.
I mean, does the word bankruptcy even enter into this
At
conversation?
this point, I think it's a non-starter. I don't think it's
Or-
a fair
I don't know where that
Alright,
place
I
is. I
just
think
thought
they're
maybe we could open
they
up
are
under
sitting
another
next to
name
in
or
front of a green screen, so it must be in the.
Just an idea.
Just an
That's an idea.
We
It's supposed to be in the
reached out
studio
to the good
somewhere
people
where they
at
film.
Money's App, and so hopefully they're going to
cinema.
be paying attention and they're going to forgive our debt there. Big positive move was disbanding Dakar, as sad as that is. That's
Sad as that
really
is.
tightening the company. And then we're putting some money into the Exposed show.
Oh, we
sort
love
of
Exposed.
Investigative reporting that I'm doing with LaRue. And I've actually, this is small potato stuff, but I've made some interesting discoveries. And if we can get, people like John
Sufficiently
Slaughton,
solvent,
John
good to know.
Stoughton, I should say.
Why
and,
is John
turn
Stoughton
the
just media
Exposed
offline?
format into sort of like 60 Minutes or something like that, where you have people like John Stoughton going and investigating with Michael Matthews, exposing some of the fraud that happens in the medical community and in other places, in Money's App. But right now, let's end with a prayer.
Here we go.
like to end everything with a
At
prayer.
the location they do.
And let us pray that
look into it.
the Lord on high looks
Very
over us
curious.
and shields us from all the
Can't be a real
vipers and all
fucking
the
home address, can it? That'd be
rats that
fucking
come at
crazy.
us on a almost seemingly hourly basis. We have the scumbags at Money's App who are not returning calls, and we
holy
have
music.
the rat of Daffy Raffy,
Daffy
who
Raffy.
hopefully has
Just holding
received
on to
the
his
shot
little
across the
hook hand
bow
there.
that we've taken today. It's bold action by the board, the doxing of Josh Lorton.
The doxing
and
of
that,
Josh
Hopefully
Lorton,
that
Albie just
information is
outwardly says it.
disseminated to the good people who understand that you do not mess with us and you do not come at us hard.
Will expose you to the
And
world.
there are consequences, God. And also that the Heavenly Spirit and Jesus Christ and the Holy God Himself
Holy God
keeps
himself.
protecting us and keeps us safe and gets us out of the red.
Out
and
of the
something
red.
clicks. Let's hope some of these ideas
We
click.
hope it
Amen.
clicks.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen. Very productive meeting there.
Pretty tough stuff.
Pretty tough stuff.
We made good progress today.
Yeah. Look, I gotta, know any
Yes, but you
real
did
stuff.
Joe,
build
you
a
should have said that
company.
you were not experienced. You should have turned down.
It's been an actor all his
Turned
life.
down
Come on.
I did learn
opportunity.
some things.
I think we should talk about you potentially resigning.
Resigning from the board? Oh, Joe. Oh, Joe.
I didn't want to do it.
Oh, leave him alone. That's so mean.
We can talk.
I don't like seeing Joe Estevez upset. That's so fucking mean. There's no need for that, man. Okay, here we go. Last offering of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are completing the final series of On Cinema at the Cinema under the Adult Swim umbrella. So this is it. The finale of Adult Swim's On Cinema at the Cinema. Joe needs a hug. I really need to fucking make him feel better, man. It's so fucking sad. Okay, we got a review of that Ryan Johnson film Knives Out with James Bond in it and all that. I've never seen it, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about it. And I know that people really want the Muppets to cross over with Knives Out for some reason. And a review of Queen and Slim. No idea. Kind of interesting style. Looks pretty cool. Don't know anything about it. Pretty cool premise there. Yeah. Alright, cool. Unknown runtime? Unknown runtime. That's bizarre. What the fuck are we doing here? Okay, anyway, let's go.
We got the money. We got great guests, interesting conversations, sneak peeks at the latest films. And I gotta tell you, sometimes we don't agree on everything. When you got movies like Tom Cruise in them,
you can't lose.
Come join me. Let's hit the seats for another episode of On Cinema.
Let's hit the seats. Just drinking there.
It's On
Let's hit
Cinema
the,
at the Cinema,
seats.
season 11, with your
Hey, Dylan, my brother, what's going on, fella? Hope we're doing well. Good to see you, man. Missed like 3 streams. Bro, if you got life going on, don't worry about it. And I've been absent last week anyway because I was on holiday. And I was absent 2 weeks before that as well because I just didn't stream, to be quite honest. I was taking a break from it. But good to see you, man. I'm glad to catch you here at the end of this one. The final episode of Adult Swim's On Cinema. Episode 10 of Season 11. Let's continue. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in at the end.
Your host, me, Tim Heidecker.
President and CEO of On Cinema Productions.
Hi, everybody.
What's
Welcome
happened here?
to
Hi, everybody.
our season finale of On Cinema.
It's been a while since we've seen an injured Tim, actually.
My name is Tim Heidecker, and it's been a busy week. It's been a lot to get through. First of
Tron
all,
shot sick.
I've obviously sustained an injury.
How'd that happen?
Which we'll get into detail later. It was I'm so lucky to be alive.
Really?
An incident with one of my firearms.
Oh, God.
Accidentally deployed.
Accidentally deployed,
and,
really?
And that happened on Sunday night.
That's a bummer.
And just was very scary for both of us. And the good news is
They're just hidden between these two because they're always together.
Is that on Saturday night, Tony and I got married.
Yeah, there we go. Yep. There we go. Tony Heidecker, everybody. Or, sorry, Tim
married.
Newman. Another fucking
I'll show the
victim.
pictures now. There's some
Tim
nice pictures
Heidecker's
from the
fucking
event.
Oh, God. Yep.
And
another victim,
after the
ladies and
past
gentlemen.
few weeks. Listen, I think people out there know or suspected or could kind of use their common sense and can understand that, Tony and I have been in a relationship for. Can you stop?
You stop.
Eating popcorn. I'm having a conversation. It was a fireside chat.
A
with the
fireside
audience.
chat.
I can't hear it.
I can hear it.
But they can't hear it.
Tony and I have had a,
Cleaning
romantic
his
relationship
gun.
for several
Is
months
this the first
now,
time
and we've
Tim
not made a
Heidecker
big
tried to
deal
commit
about it.
suicide? I don't know.
But it's been a real, thing in my life.
It can't be actually, no, because he was going to jump off the 5th Street Bridge. If he did it, he'd be in hell. So this must be the second. Well, this is the first time I guess he attempted to do it, right?
Mixing business and
It's the second
pleasure is
time
always
he's
a
considered
dangerous
killing
game. But
himself, which is fucking great.
we're both adults, and I think when we were faced with the reality of the situation,
gotta bring some light
where
into your
where
life.
we were at as a company, there's certain sort of advantages to the union being more official. And when we were together, it didn't matter. It didn't feel like you needed me to, get down on my knees and propose and all
Sure.
that stuff and have that kind of classic wedding. But
That classic
there were,
wed- classic wedding
real
thing.
realities to the formalization through the civic, in the civic sense and sort of the tax code and everything, and property rights. That
That's
made it
helpful.
really a
That's
smart
practical,
move,
yeah.
I think, for the company and for us, because it's sort of like we were married anyways. We're going to see the movies. We saw Charlie's Angels together and everything
that's
else.
what people
So
everything else.
we have
You
been
saw movies together
It's
and
not
stuff.
something
You've
I've
been
talked
together.
about
Yeah.
publicly.
Cool.
But
cool,
I am here to
cool.
tell you publicly now that we are very happy.
I'm happy for you.
And also,
and let me just
Tim, I wanted
excuse me.
One moment.
We're gonna get to
Tori,
the movies.
just
Don't worry.
one moment.
It's not about the
I want to
movies.
just give a little warning, and sort of a little advice about gun safety.
Jesus Christ almighty.
Yeah, because so
It's out
so
of
just to
nowhere,
paint the
man.
timeline here. Saturday, earlier that last week, we decided we made the decision to get married.
Cool.
Transfer of ownership of certain things, but
Sharing my house and
Yeah, that's
all
helpful,
of
yeah.
that.
Right.
Getting you. Yeah.
getting me in,
Mhm.
and so, but we had a really nice Saturday where we went down to the courthouse, got
Greg,
married,
I love it, Greg.
had a nice
Starts
dinner.
doing this shit.
The next day, I was moving my stuff in, and I was in the basement, and I
In the
had
basement?
my cache of weapons and everything that
You
I've been
know how I
collecting. And she does
feel
not like that.
about
She does
weapons
not like
in
that
my
in the
home.
house, which makes this totally, doubly ironic that this happened.
Doubly
It
ironic,
didn't
yeah.
happen on the set of the show.
No, and so what happened was I brought this with me. This isn't even my gun. This is something I was borrowing
Oh,
from.
Tim,
Sorry,
be
this is something I
careful
was
with the
borrowing
gun.
from Michael, who lets me play around with these. Well,
Don't-
do what I no. I'm not doing what I.
Tim, it might be loaded. Would
It's
you-
not loaded.
Well,
What
wait.
I was doing was
Oh my
cleaning
God.
it, which is what you have to do.
Yeah, right,
I had the pipe cleaner and everything.
Don't
so
put that in your face again, please.
this is for everyone's benefit. I am trying to show you what happened was I was doing what you
There
do
you
is
go,
you
yeah.
have to see this jam.
Put the thing in the face.
Point
Sometimes
fucking
it
cogs
could.
it.
I'm cleaning the gun.
on.
You don't have to look at it from down the barrel to be able to get in there with the steel wool and the pipe cleaners.
Sure.
You got to
think
keep your.
skilled enough to even be holding this gun right now.
So
put it
I'm,
away.
I'm giving an example of what you're not
Okay.
supposed to do.
All
So
Saying
right.
that Tim doesn't
whatever
have
happened,
a
I don't know
fucking
what happened.
Remington
Something happened where my
fucking
finger
pump-action shotgun.
got down, gun went off, and it must have gone
Oh,
like that. 'cause-
Tim.
And grazed my neck, and the
And it could have killed you,
It
Tim.
absolutely could. I mean, an inch, and it
With
would
a
have got my
fucking
jugular. I would
shotgun?
have bled out
well,
in 30
you
seconds.
bled all over the floor.
Well, it did cut me badly. You know, I had a bad cut,
Yeah.
and don't
covered,
touch
yeah,
it. And
How the fuck is that possible? Point blank.
fell
with a
back,
fucking
banged my
12
head, a
gauge?
slight
His fucking
concussion.
head
I
should
was
be
in the hospital. You know, you come
bleached
running
right now.
down because
I know.
you
I
heard
had to
this big
find
bomb,
you
you know,
in the blood
and you thought I'd
on the floor.
killed myself. But no, it was very
Yeah.
scary because I don't know what happened.
Why are you doing it again?
I'm not
put
doing
it
it again.
away.
That's why it's important is never clean your gun until you've done a good safety check. You just make sure that there's nothing. You do it if you have to do it. Okay,
Oh,
so there's
God,
a
Tim,
see,
you said you de-shelled it.
no this.
Okay,
see,
we
that
need to.
is very dangerous.
That's
If
pretty
I,
fucking
you
bad,
know,
yeah.
We could have.
You could have
He could have just blown his head off.
Like in The Crow with Brandon Lee.
Just
I'm not even gonna
let's.
put this
Like in The Crow with Brandon Lee. Yeah, that happened in that film. No, it didn't. He just fucking killed himself on set.
back in the
No.
gun. That's how serious
No.
that is. So you can just throw that anywhere. But seriously,
Just put
really
the gun
scary.
away, so we can
Gun
talk
away.
about movies without fear.
Well, there's nothing in here.
We could
Look,
talk
It
about
might
movies
be in
without
the.
fear.
It might be further up.
no, it's a little hard to tell.
Tim,
No, I'm.
you're gonna blow your head off. It's
Well,
not worth
Just
it.
put it away so we can.
Please,
let's
then
review some
put the
movies.
gun
You're bothering
away.
everybody.
Nobody ever got killed reviewing
You have
movies.
to calm down
so.
about this stuff, okay?
Okay,
Because-
honey. All right. I don't want the guns in my house.
Well, we'll discuss that at some other point.
Speaking
will.
of dangerous situations, Tim.
Yeah, let's get to the movies.
No, I just wanted to mention.
Knives Out. Sorry.
I just wanted to give an update about our friend Mark.
Oh, our
Okay.
friend Mark.
The LAPD. I finally found out what it was that they arrested Mark for, and it's.
This is the
complete
last we're going to see of Mark
BS,
Brooks for a while,
which is
actually.
that they're claiming that we were selling
Which is very
bootleg
sad.
copies of intellectual property, when in fact, as I told the desk sergeant, that if you look up on
Oh, my
public domain
fucking
movies on
God, man.
Wikipedia, what is one of the first ones that comes up is A Star is
huh?
Born.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
Copyright
Anybody
not
can do
renewed.
this, and I wish you would, and
The original
tell the
film.
LAPD that you've done this. Look at list of public domain movies. Star is Born.
Tell
is on the list.
LAPD HQ.
And
it's
so
Not
in
the
not-
new
good
one,
faith-
Not the new one.
They're actually encouraging people to fucking spam LAPD.
Well, it would be a
That's
blanket
terrible.
license for all the titles. Once the title is in the public domain, then the series is in the public domain.
Sure.
So
That
in
doesn't
good.
make sense.
So
That
I have
doesn't
a
make
call
sense.
in to Bradley Cooper from The Hangover, Hangover 2. I have a call
Bradley
in to
Cooper,
Chris
the man himself.
Christopherson. I'm trying to get somebody to back me up here, but the fact is that series is public domain, and I told the police that. I printed this stuff out. It's not just on Wikipedia. There's
Doing
also other
movies with
websites
fear.
that list
I
public
love
domain
that.
movies. We looked over this stuff very carefully before we put the 4-pack together.
You must have done, yeah.
You'd think a police station would have the resources to have Wikipedia, but because they don't, then Mark ends up in jail for something that he's completely innocent of and gets beaten into a coma by a bunch of, drug addict assholes that are in the same cell as
I love that
his.
Greg
So
managed
he's
to
in
get
the
away scot-free,
hospital.
man.
I think you
And-
just buried the lead a
Greg
little
done-
bit there.
oh
What
my
happened
God,
with Mark
man.
in prison? Because that sounds a little more urgent than your.
He's in prison for
copyright
something he
stuff.
did nothing wrong.
I know, but you're saying he's.
Star
he
is
was
Born is
assaulted
public
in-
domain.
You're saying he was assaulted in.
All 4 movies fall
County-
under the same public
Just stop it,
domain.
Don't forget the copyright stuff. What happened to Mark?
Mark got beaten up by some
He's-
drug addicts or something, so he's in a coma.
Being in
at
a
LA
coma
General
again.
Hospital. Because the police
Oh,
officers
Mark,
don't have
man.
the time
The
before they go
suffering
out and
that this
arrest
man goes
people
through.
to just type in "Star is Born" public domain
All right, well,
and see if that's true. Well, it is in
that's-
the public domain.
Oh, it's terrible news.
Terrible
and,
news.
Bummer.
too
Thoughts
bad.
and prayers going
Yeah,
out
it's
to
a
Mark.
shame.
Approach.
And if anyone has any contact information for any of the stars of A Star is Born, I feel like that those people
All right,
would
well,
not want this movie to be
let's-
silenced. And in fact, the mail orders for that have been through the roof. And we sold quite a few of them at the North Hollywood market. And I'm showing this to the police officer. I'm printing out every single website that lists public domain movies.
Printing them out,
Star is
really?
Born's at the top of the list. So these guys don't know anything.
Terrible news about Mark.
Terrible
Let's
news
get
about
to the
Mark.
review.
Anyway, movie
To
reviews.
be honest with you, it might not surprise you to find out that we haven't had a chance to see these movies.
No, this doesn't surprise me at all.
Too busy with life. And it
Busy
comes at you
emailing
fast.
people that are saying, where's
Yeah.
my Star is Born 4-pack?
Right. So you have not seen Knives Out
No, but I will see it.
And
I'm
No
going
one's
to see
seen
it this
Knives
week.
Out,
and
that's great.
Queen and Slim.
I'm going to see it tonight.
see
Yeah.
that either.
I'm
So
going
we
to see that
didn't-
tonight. I'll see
no
it tonight.
reviews this week. Everyone go.
No
do your
reviews
own
this week?
reviews.
Well, don't do that.
Right.
Just wait and I'll post the reviews of those movies online.
Yeah, we'll just wait and see.
On Twitter, or I'm setting up an Our Cinema website at some point. So
Our
we'll
Cinema?
Get we'll catch up with all the movies that we
VFA.expert,
missed.
perhaps?
I mean, I want to see it, but I'm not gonna. I've got to deal with this other stuff because now they're coming after me. Because I've been the one down at the police station arguing with them about this. I printed out the whole public domain movie list from Wikipedia, which says clearly A Star
I
is
understand.
Born.
And give Mark my best. Let's end with a
Yes.
prayer.
Oh, here we go.
Holy Father,
God bless.
Lord God, Jesus
En el nombre
Christ,
del
thank you so
Padre, y
much
del Hijo,
for
y del Espíritu
saving my
Santo.
life.
Praise
Not only
God.
bringing Tony in, but also
Here we go.
blessing me with the grace
Yeah, go.
and almost through your
Why
own
did
hand.
Mark go to prison instead of Greg? I think apparently because Greg dipped away from the stand for a minute to do something, and then when he came back, Mark was being accosted by the police. So it was literally just because Mark was there and Greg wasn't, which is why he got arrested.
Moving the weapon as it laid on my lap, reminding me of your good grace and the gratitude I have for you. Praise you, thank you, Jesus, for moving
Thank
that.
you, Jesus.
So did my husband.
For keeping the bullet out of my
Jesus
chin
Christ.
and my
Yes.
skull.
The Last
And then,
Supper, my God, that
in a lot of
fucking
ways,
biblical
prayers
comparison, man.
for our friend Mark Porch, who is suffering
Mark Porch.
right now, and
God bless.
hopefully he's at peace, and hopefully that truth will lead the way and answers to his
Reason will
previous coma, his previous condition.
This is very different.
Are seen are given the light
That
of
fucking
day,
slap.
and that the truth will sunlight
Oh,
will
man,
shine
this
on the
is
truth,
fucking
and we
beautiful.
will expose criminals
Hey, welcome
for
back,
their
man.
evil deeds.
Such as people
Amen.
that
Just
call
in
the
time, we better
police
wrap
of
up.
copyright infringement,
Amen.
which isn't actually
Amen.
copyright infringement at all, but which is somebody trying to start a business and
Oh, Greg, let
legitimately
it go, man.
releasing classic movies on film.
All right, we'll see you next season. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I've got to change this dressing because it's starting to become very
Do
irritating.
you guys want to go see one of these films
No,
tonight?
let's go change the
Oh, I want to go see a film with Greg.
because I can't.
Yeah,
We're not
during
going to
this-
have time tonight, I'm sorry.
Okay, you don't speak with him.
Yes. Sorry. You all right?
No.
He's already always a collateral damage. Mark suffers, man. Poor guy. Look at that single pop. Prayers for Mark. Get well soon, buddy. Get out of that coma, buddy. Oh God, what is this? Just married. Sure are. The fuck is going on? Oh, that's beautiful. What the fuck? Yeah, it's a beautiful. Same three pictures over and over again. What's fucking... What's he doing with his arm? Oh my fucking God, man. Like Tim standing is phenomenal. Good to get on, man. Fuck yeah. Congratulations, Tony and Tim, from the whole On Cinema family. Sorry, from the whole On Cinema family. Oh, the carbon monoxide. But we're going to be sitting through that whole fucking thing, by the way. We're not skipping it. I genuinely thought that was music from Oblivion starting to play there. Fucking All's Well, whatever that song's called, the one that goes... You know that song I'm talking about? Yeah, that song from Oblivion. Good song. Okay, that's it. They got the year wrong. I didn't even notice that there. That's funny. Okay, we're finally done, ladies and gentlemen. Another stream has been finitoed. Wowie wowie. Can't believe it. Oh man, we're actually approaching the fucking end of stuff we're allowed to watch, which is pretty fucking tragic, man, I must say. It's been a hell of a fucking journey. Hell of a fucking journey. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for bearing with me while I went away on my hollybobs, but we're finally back, and we'll be returning to regular streaming every Saturday now. So thank you all so very much for tuning in. Once again, it's been a sincere pleasure. Missed you all very much. Missed my movie expertise, you know what I'm saying? Let's do a little roundup here, shall we? Mo's angry at Twitter has been deleted. Thank you for tuning in. Good to see you as always. Dylan, thanks so much for tuning in. Good to see you as always. Anthony Kamenya, thank you for tuning in. Good to see you as always, brother. Warriors for Christ, thank you for tuning in. Good to see you as always, brother. 10 thank you for tuning in. Good to see you as always, brother. And finally, we had Zach Bonfanti, I think, tuned in as well. He certainly did. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, come on now. Don't call me out. I was on holiday. Oh, thanks, brother. I appreciate that, man. I'll be here. Don't worry. I will be here. And if not, I will update first. Alright? I should be. I don't see any reason why I shouldn't be unless I'm working or something. And if I am, I'll just be a later stream. Alright? So, yeah, buddies. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's been a sincere pleasure. Enjoyed that. Season 11, not my favourite season, to be quite honest, I think. I don't know why. There's a lot of funny moments in it, but it's not the funniest season, in my opinion. But it's a good one. And then, of course, we're going to be, again, one of the best, probably like top 3 Oscar specials next Saturday, fellas. So be tuned in for that. It's very exciting stuff. I look forward to it very, very much. And then it's up in the air after that in terms of high network content. We're watching the telethons and stuff. Listening to the telethons, I should say. But we'll see what happens anyway. But in the meantime, fare ye well, everybody. Thank you again for tuning in. I'll be seeing you all next week for the 7th annual On Cinema Oscar special. Less Greg, yes. Much less Greg-centric, that one, really, I think. All the segments and stuff aren't there, you know what I mean? We only had, like, one... we had, like, Joe on location, and that was about it. It was very much a Tim-centric season, that, with the money business and whatever. Thank you for tuning in, Dylan, my friend. It's a sincere pleasure to see you, brother. Okay. Yeah.
Get fucking right, baby! Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I was waiting for!
Okay. Goodbye, everybody. I'm going to go and smoke a joint now. I'm very much looking forward to it. See you all next Saturday for the last piece of Adult Swim on cinema content. And then that's it. We'll have to see what happens after that in terms of high network stuff. But we'll see. We will see. Okay. In the meantime, I've been Klman. It's been the Chill on Cinema stream on the Klman channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all next week. I certainly will, buddy. See y'all later, man. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.